Hello, hello. It is Thursday. We're just going to do a morning stream. And it is just going to be about perks, I believe. What else do we have? Add perks and journal. Yep, that's it. So I spent some time planning this a little bit yesterday. I said I think a bigger impact will come from adding... Or wait, no, adding events, I meant. But I can see more perks helping overall. Yeah. Hey, Phil. Hey, Sockton. Good job on getting first, Sockton. Got it from Yoin Costello. So the first thing I wrote was warehouse interest. Okay, here's the idea. Here's what I want to do. Like every 15 seconds, you get 1 gold per item in your warehouse. That's what I want to do. What is the reason for you getting this money from an in-world perspective? Because I don't want to add another character. Hey, Kevin. And by another character, I mean like there could be some slime that's, I don't know, giving you interest or something. It's not like that. So I think magic is an answer. And I think, I don't know. It could be like a utilization bonus. But this implies that there's some entity giving you the bonus. And I don't know why they'd be giving it to you. Magic is always a reason for every game to do anything. It's magical. You just magically get money. Is there any other reason behind this? I mean, we could just call it utilization bonus. Or it could be that there's some like research or studying going on for the items, although nothing is conducting this. So I don't know if that's convincing. We could just code it and come up with the name and the description later. Let me load the game. Let's think about this for a little bit. Because, yeah, I don't have any great ideas here. So we get the warehouse. We get a bunch of the warehouse. We add some items in the warehouse. And every so often, you're going to see we have, what, 15 items right now? You see, like, plus 15 gold. It's for used spaces, though. Or for unused spaces, it might make sense. Actually, it's another way we could do this. Although I think that makes less sense from a game design perspective. Yeah, so like, why are items here giving you money? And the other idea that I had is what if the value of the items would go up the longer that they're here? I don't like that because you'd have to hover over them to see what the value is. So like, how do you know which of these 3 swords is worth the most? You'd have to look at it. And maybe that's never a consideration. Maybe you don't ever care to look at it. But if you're ever feeding it to the slime or you're putting it inside the weapon grinder and you take like the most valuable sword and it's worth a ton of money and it spits out 4 keys at once and you're like, oh man, I didn't want to do that. I needed the money. Maybe it's something on the garbage slime. Maybe it's like the more items the slime sees in the warehouse, the more money it gives you. It's like salivation. Could be that the garbage slime is giving you the money. We call it like anticipatory eating. I don't know. Redeem third, real message. Nice. Congrats on getting third. And without there being a second person. Yeah, I like the idea of the slime being like, oh my god, I want those items. I'll pay you to just even have them there. But then that means that from a game perspective, you need both the warehouse and the slime. So if you didn't have it, then that perk wouldn't do anything. Okay, that's interesting. The theme for this could be that the garbage slime is offering you the money because of how excited it is to get food. But then we already have a auto eating from the warehouse thing. I guess this would replace that. Or maybe this perk doesn't need to exist. I wanted there to be some reason for you to get the warehouse. More than just you can store items. I guess the whole point is the storage of items, and so that when you don't have enough space on the ground that you wouldn't have them disappear. So I guess the ideal case is when you have enough throughput to handle it. So like you can handle 64 items per whatever minute, and you get 64 items per minute. If with no warehouse, like 40 of them would disappear, which is lost money. So that's when the warehouse is good. It is not good when you get 500 items per minute and you can handle 50. It means you're throwing out 450 items per minute regardless, and that'll never catch up. This is the case where it's good. Hey, Wild Game Dev. Skeleseller is going well. I am trying to figure out how would we make... Let's say... So this is the warehouse in the game. And let's say these items were all giving you money just by being here. What is the in-world reason, or any in-world reason for why that would happen? Like, let's say this cane is giving you a gold every 10 seconds. Why would it do that? Is there a compelling enough explanation? Because if so, I could just add it to the game. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Darkstorm. And I could just code this. I don't like the idea of making this without having an idea behind this. Hey, Matt was here. Accrued interest. But like, who's giving you the interest, right? It is kind of something I thought about. If we were increasing the value of the items, we could say that they're like collector's items or something, or vintage or antiques. So this fire sword is worth 24, now it's worth 25, now it's worth 26. It's like, oh, some goods in real life do work that way. And then when you finally sell it, it gives you more money. But if we just wanted to give you the money immediately, I don't have an explanation for this. Like I said, the garbage slime could be an explanation, but then you need the garbage slime. This would then require the garbage slime. It's very similar to auto-eating from the warehouse. Are we making items accumulate value the longer they stay? No, no, no. So imagine this. Imagine this perk. Every 15 seconds, you get 1 gold per item from in your warehouse. What is the in-world reason for you getting this money? So that's it. That's all the context. And I don't have an answer for that. And then my own thoughts / brain spew. This is the best idea. This requires a garbage slime then. I don't want it to require the garbage slime. Everything's made out of cheese. That would be... That actually kind of makes sense in the game, because you can get potions and you get fish eggs. But I think it's a very, very silly reason. Maybe the workers like having something to look at, so they pay you to keep stuff there, or it's their items, so they pay you to store for them. But the thing is, like, you're getting them from your battles. So imagine you're an adventurer and you're getting a bunch of items and you're paying someone else. Maybe we do call it a storage fee, but who's paying you the storage fee? We could say, like, customers. I don't think customers would pay you. Storage fee sounds bad. I don't know. Turn it into a museum when it's full and get coins for admission? Shop owners? Yeah, maybe it's the shop owners. Maybe that's what we do. Shop owners pay you 1 gold per item every 15 seconds. Yeah, something like that. I think that's probably the closest. Yeah, hey Neochromer. Okay, let's go with that for now. Let's also stop the game music. And I'll give a couple of points. I'll give a point there, and I'll give a point there. Okay. So Stockton and nope, that didn't work. And Matt was here, ZA, Suggested these things. Whoop, that didn't work. I think I need to clean my keyboard. Every once in a while, enough cat hair gets in there that just starts typing poorly. I know that's probably disgusting. Okay, so shop owners. So yeah, I think we could say that shop owners are paying a storage fee since they just want to sell the items. You know what else we could do? Okay, hang on. Maybe here's a better way of even theming this. Maybe the way we do this is that you get 1 gold per item. No, you get X gold each time an item enters the warehouse, as long as it's never given that money before. We probably can't track that. Or at least I don't know how stacking stuff would work. Because that might make the most sense. But I guess why would they care that it's in the warehouse? When they just care that you got the item? Maybe because then it won't disappear. Okay, I don't know. Something like that. Let's just go code it. How does item rarity solve this? Because like I said, I think that the issue here is this. We have this perk. Like, what's the reason for having this perk? Worked in VS Code for a proper session yesterday for the first time since free code completion became a thing, and I love it so much. Already at 30% of my allowance, though. I think the cost of Copilot is at least pretty reasonable. It's $11 per month with taxes. So if you do end up liking it, I don't think it's like, oh man, this is an impossible expenditure. If it were, some of the subscriptions are like 200 a month or something. That's a little bit harder to justify, especially if it's a hobby project or something that's not going to make you money. But if it's like, $11 to do what I'm already doing, but faster, that's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to call this where it's actually the first warehouse perk other than, I've been saying treasure. Okay, I don't like that stuff. Warehouse storage fee. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. All right, so what are the levels of this thing? So storage fee, we could have X gold every Y seconds per item every Y seconds. I don't know what this is gonna feel like, so let's just say 1 gold every 15 seconds, maybe 2 gold every 15 seconds, and just 3 gold every 15 seconds. So let's think about this for a sec. Your warehouse can store 64 items at most. You would need like 7 upgrades for that to be a thing. But there is the storage enthusiast specialization, which starts you with 16 slots. So you'd be getting 1 gold per second, roughly. And there's what, 35 minutes? So 35 times 60, you'd have 2,100 gold over the course of the run. If you just kept items there and did nothing else. That sounds like it's too much. Yeah, that sounds like it's too much. Maybe it's item variety? Man, each time you get a new item in the warehouse that the warehouse hasn't had in X minutes, you get more gold. I guess it's just what's the easiest thing to understand. I think that all players care about is that there's something easy to understand here. Are we getting worse? Not only did I completely unrelated suggestions, also does apply something different from what I selected. Strange. I wonder if you have AI enabled and you don't realize it. Maybe you're on the free tier. All right, I think this can work. I just think we need to rebalance this a little bit because I do think getting 2,100 gold for just picking a specialization is probably too much. It's like 1/3 of your gold target. Hey, Jason. This requires that you keep them stocked though, which is not hard to do. Yeah. But it makes me think that maybe we say like you get half a gold and then maybe you get 1 gold and then maybe you get 1.5 gold. Half a gold. So you'd end up with 8 gold. So I mean, it would just cut this number in half. It'd be like 1,050 gold over the course of the run for keeping your warehouse stocked. It just still seems like it's too much. Maybe we just put a limit on how much it can grant at once. Actually, that might be better. X gold per item up to a max of Y items every Z seconds. So 1 gold every 10 seconds up to 5 items. 1 gold every 10 seconds up to 10 items. And 2 gold every 10 seconds up to 10 items. Something like that. Although this incentivizes less that you have a ton of items in your warehouse. It's just like literally by having the warehouse, you're getting this thing. And that makes me wonder, is there even a reason to base this on items? Man, this is so stupid. Hey again, Will Cleaver. I'm doing freelancer work, and in that project I'm working on I'm working on to speed up development process. I'm getting helped a lot by AI. I know all the code is generating and I review it all. But it works out of the box most of the time, but I feel kind of guilty. I don't know what the guilt is about, but I could imagine 2 sources potentially. One is like, I'm not the one doing the work. And the other is I'm probably letting some poor quality code slip by. So this one, I know you said you know what's going on. So I'm guessing it's not that. I'm guessing it's more this. And the way I look at this, I was just thinking about this in terms of taxes. I asked an accountant a while ago, like, can you help me with like specific question X? And they of course said yes, and then it'll cost me whatever, I don't know, $200 or something. And they just filled out a tax form for me. Now, granted, basically I was paying for their expertise, right? Like they typed in 12 numbers or something. It wasn't probably that hard for them to do. And yet I was like, okay, well, at least now I know I'm doing the right thing, right? So I guess from that point of view, it's like they're paying for your expertise. This is the same thing as a plumber coming over and spending 10 minutes fixing something and being like, okay, that's $400. And like, oh, it's 10 minutes. And it's like, well, it wasn't 10 minutes to get all the knowledge I have. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about this. I would worry about this, but you said you've already got this under control. This makes me think that the warehouse itself should just generate money rather than base it on items at all. I don't like any of this. I think that's what I've come to the conclusion of. I don't think it makes sense. Yeah. I don't think this makes sense. I'm going to just copy paste all this into the scratch section. Hey, Goose. Just so fast. I feel like I'm not suffering enough like I used to in the past. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that too much. The way I kind of look at this is you're not like forcing someone to use your services, right? They are happy with the result. If they're happy with the result, then they're happy with the result. Let them be happy with the result. If they were the ones saying, wow, your efficiency improved by like 2x, why are we still paying you the same amount? I mean, then maybe there'd be a discussion, but I don't think they're going to say that. Okay, so yeah, overall conclusion. I don't think this perk ever makes sense. One, the original goal was to incentivize putting items in your warehouse. which you don't even totally control. If all items are equal, then it would incentivize getting trash in your warehouse. Automation fights this. Your workers will take items from the warehouse, decreasing the efficacy of the hypothetical perk. What else? There's no great in-world reason for this. Shopkeepers giving you money kind of makes sense, but all they care is that they're selling stuff, not that you're using the warehouse. Also, they may end up paying more than what the item is worth. They say they don't care as long as it works. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I think it'll just take a little bit of time coming to terms with that, but it doesn't sound like there's any real quandary here. What else? This is pretty similar to the slime auto eating items from the warehouse. What were my other pieces of pushback here? I think that's kind of it. It almost makes me think maybe a better formulation of this would have been that an item can instantly restock from the warehouse or be sold from the warehouse. Like imagine you have, I should have just taken a picture. Let's start this again. It shouldn't need to rebuild. It does need to rebuild. I don't know why. Did I change anything? Oh yeah, I added a new thing there. And it won't work because now it sees it. It doesn't have an ability for it. How fun. Maybe it said let the garbage line take the item out of the warehouse. Yeah, that's what I said here. This is similar to the garbage slime auto eating items in the warehouse, which is another perk that was planned for a while actually, but it's something we have. Where is this thing? Yeah, garbage slime auto eating from the warehouse. I don't even know if I want to do that. I still need to think of what's. Oops. I want to go here. Just turn off the audio and we can leave this open. All right, so take a picture of this, I guess, and put this in GIMP. Oh, why did I put this here? Oh yeah, restocking or selling from the warehouse. I think even that would be a little bit confusing. We do put items in the warehouse immediately. Although they should probably fly from the portal when we do that. And now we have the ability to do that, so probably we should do that. In fact, I should write that down. Small polish note. Items could fly from the portal to the warehouse to make it clearer what's happening. Yeah, we already did this once. Okay, so what was I considering here? What if they just got auto-stocked from the warehouse? I mean, even... Yeah, I don't know. The whole intent behind this was incentivize you getting the warehouse. I think the warehouse has enough incentive for you to get it already. Especially if items can stack inside the warehouse. Maybe that's the reason why you get it. If the goal is to incentivize getting the warehouse, then we could just make item stacking work in the warehouse. And it would transfer to shops. I just don't think the warehouse needs another incentive. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at this. I don't think this is a good idea. I guess I'm going to delete this. Update. I just don't think this ever makes sense. See these notes. Bookmark. Copy. Okay. That would incentivize me. 100? Yeah, that would be nice. And then customers have to buy them all. All right, well, let's do this tiny task that I had here. Get items to fly from the portal to the warehouse. I think this will clarify what's happening even in the base game. This is not what I wanted to spend time on, but it should be pretty fast. All right, so we do this when it comes to treasure chests. So let's go to treasure chest. And somewhere here we have loot. Here it is. And then we return the loot. Why is F12 not working? There we go. And this just takes in the position. So yeah. So wherever else we call add items. This is from the portal position, right? So we just type in portal position. And I think that's it. I think we're done. Yeah. All right. Like I said, tiny task, but I think it should be a pretty nice effect. So let's try it out and see what happens. All I did is make it so that instead of, so this is what happened before, which is items will just pop out of the portal, and they still do. But if you have the warehouse, then they should fly into the warehouse. They do not. I think I know why. I think because when we do add items, what we're doing is, or grant items, where is this? Add items. We pass in the position here. Wait, no, it's right there. Why is that not working then? Huh. It's probably that. I'm probably messing something up. Oh no, this way of doing things is apparently not the way that it works in the real game. Oh, interesting. Okay, so then it should work. It's just that I was testing in the wrong way. So let's try it out. We should see potions fly from, nice, yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, there's our one line of code change. So if we go to the final area, we'll see a whole bunch of loot pop out of there. Yeah, I think that looks nicer. And then now it's already full, so we see some pop out on the ground. Yeah, nice. Well, well, well. That looks pretty good. Make loot fly out of the portal. We did this same sort of thing for treasure chests. I'm doing this for the portal because it will help clarify confusion people have when first unlocking the warehouse. Plus, it looks nicer. Done. Okay. All right, add another worker via town perk. This would bypass having to do a quest. I do think this is an interesting perk. It could potentially save you a lot of money and save you having to do a quest. So we're going to go add in cloning again. I think at one point we had. Did I delete it? I might have deleted it. Yeah, it very likely was between these two because I don't see a 38 here. Oh, we could just add it back in. Yeah. How do I even search for that? Get search history for a string. Get log dash s. Whoops. Get log dash s cloning. Okay, let me do this off screen just in case. Okay, there it is. That was easy. All right, so we just type this in over here. Just click any of these, it doesn't matter. So there's the icon. We still have the icon. Where's the ability ID? It was 40. All right, let's go throw it back in. Yeah, we already did all the work for it too, right? Player cloning ability. So how did this work? Get number of clones. Every time the level changed, add workers. This should be pretty simple. What else do we do? We have the icon. I gotta put the icon back. Player cloning ability UID. That's fine. That's fine. Stack computations. This is more than just remove cloning. All right. Sure, whatever. Okay, let's go to worker speed ability. Save this as cloning. Go put our cloning icon back in the game. There it is. So we need to move this to assets, icons, ability icons. Move. I missed the items flying from the portal. Can you show it, please? Yeah, sure. Let me do that and that. And take a look at that. So that's the items flying from the portal. I'll do that again. Once we have some space. Okay, so are you ready? Here. So yeah, it's looking good. Display name switch, so this will be cloning. Should make people less confused. Yep, exactly. All right, let's go put this in here. Cloning. Cloak dagger. Is it called cloning or is it called something else? It's cloning icon. I'm going to rename that because I think just calling it cloning is better. There. Okay, so this is going to be a list of int num workers. Actually, it's always just going to be one worker. Maybe we just do that. Num workers per level. So public static const or public const int num workers per level equals 1. And then the max level we just set here. Max level colon 1. And required building ID. Why is that not showing? Oh, it's right there. Yep. Have you figured out what's happening when you repeatedly pick up an item and drop it? No, I haven't looked into it. It's probably going to be pretty simple to figure out once I actually debug it. I just haven't spent the time. So the town has a modified player abilities or something like that. Player abilities. Change level. Here it is. Change level. So we could put an else if ability ID is equal to cloning. Then add worker. It's not called add worker. It's called create worker. Okay. So we got to add in all the levels here that we have. List int num workers equals this. And then just for this is less than data.max level, I++ num workers dot add I. And then this goes here, num workers. Or extra workers maybe. And then what was the original description of cloning? Because I liked whatever that was. Clone yourself, allowing more skeletons to join your workforce. Maybe we say without having to complete quests. To complete quests. I think just that is fine. Yeah, I think let's leave it at that. All right, and then we delete this. This is done when we reapply ability effects. Doesn't create worker do that? Yes, it does. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. Okay, now we just add it in over here. Cloning. And then I guess let's delete everything else just so we can test it. And that should do it. It might even grant it to us to begin with because I think I only left like 3 in. Let's see. Yeah, we got cloning level 1. So we should have another worker. Yep, there it is. The icon looks good. It thinks that it's maxed though. So this is broken. Oh, I set it to 1. I don't know why I did that. Not very smart. Let's try that again. All right, so we got cloning level 3. So we got 3 workers. This is correct now. Why is that the only perk that we're seeing though? Because I deleted everything else? Probably. I didn't think I deleted that many things though. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should be 11 perks. Why is this happening then? Oh, it could just be pure luck. Yeah, let's try again. Farming, medium. It was pure luck. I guess because it's a 1 out of 4 to the 3rd power. So that's what, 1 out of 64? That's not a crazy chance for that to have happened. It's not super likely, but it's not like it's in a, winning the lottery level. Yeah, it just chose this perk 4 times or 3 times. So it's working. Let's try putting all these back now. Hey, Captain Enosa. Spent all day trying to fix the thing, and now the thing's been fixed. Hooray, break time. How's it going? Congratulations. It's going well. I am a little concerned about, like, I want to launch challenge mode to playtesters tomorrow. And one of the biggest problems I've felt is that it's fun to play once or twice probably, but what's going to make it fun to play 10 or 20 times? And I think we need to change something, but I think it's going to come from events or something. I think adding perks isn't going to help too much. Anyway, I want to see if cloning shows up here because I want to see what it looks like in the game. There are just so many perks. Yeah, that we're just never seeing it. Come on, show it to me. Where is it? No, still hasn't shown up yet. Wow, this is pretty unlikely, right? I guess I should get the perks that I'm closest to completing anyway, so they stop showing up ever again. What is happening right now? Did I mess something up? Did I mess something up? Cloning still here? It is still there. And I don't already have it maxed out, right? No, I don't have it at all. Our characters are moving super fast. There it is. Okay, so when I get one of this level, let's zoom out. Well, I don't think we can zoom in such a way that we'll be able to see this. There we go. So there's the portal. I'll put it at the bottom. When I click this button, we should see a worker pop out of there. Nice. Okay, now let's get another level of that. It still hasn't shown up again. Oh, we'll find it. We'll burn through our 10,000 gold, which we've already done. Almost done. Yeah, we're maxing out some perks, though, so it's very likely that we'll start seeing it soon because we're taking all these ones out of the pool. I don't know why I'm testing this or what I'm even testing. There it is again. Okay, so I click that and I get one more worker. Yeah, okay. Well, then we can be reasonably sure it's working. Having keyboard shortcuts to buy and select perks may be nice. Yeah, I hadn't thought about selecting them. That would probably be good. I have the buying them somewhere on here. May need hotkeys for selecting perks too. What happens when you choose a perk that has a requirement, but you don't have the building? Will it automatically apply things like extra storage? Yeah, it will. So let's say we enter challenge mode and we are offered a perk for something we don't have. It'll tell you this requires the enchanter's den. So it says speed bonus for workers is going to be 75%. If we click this and then we go make the enchanter's den, which we need to get a little bit lucky finding. There it is. Now the worker one says grant 75% speed. So same thing for any sort of storage or really any perk. Let's grant, it's a good example of one. Yeah, clear rocks. So this gives you 9 plots. Now when we build the farm, we will have 9 plots by default. And I don't know if you saw that, but when you're offered a building, it says how many perks you've already chosen for it. So it says Enchanter's Den, you already have 1 perk for this. And if you were to go unlock another perk for it, so let's say we find an Enchanter perk there, now it says you have 2 distinct perks for it. So these things all update each other. Same thing with hiring an adventurer. So like, let's say we have a battle perk for the warrior. When we go to hire, the warrior now says you have 1 perk for this adventurer and shows level 2. And then this shows you've not hired this adventurer, but if you go hire them, now it won't show that anymore. So these things are all kept in sync with each other. And I think that should make it easier to understand what's going on. So that's it. We've added cloning. That is done. Let's mark that done. This modified a bunch of like UIDs and whatever else. Yeah. All right. Well, add cloning ability. This is just in challenge mode for now. It's a nice way of getting more workers without having to complete quests. This also added a bunch of UID files. I don't care about splitting those up, especially not in a PR that's going to have like 100 commits anyway. All right, I am kind of debating whether any of these other things are worth doing. I kind of don't think they are, other than item stacking. And I don't know if I want to spend the time on that. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to hold off on this for now. Because I think what's going to make the game feel a little bit different. I do think having more perks will help. But I think mostly it's going to be having some events or just something that starts rewarding you for which perks you've chosen. And I had some event ideas written down. Why can't I open Chrome anymore? There we go. Events. Should be in the design tab. Ideas. Occasional events. We also have events over here. See the GitHub issue for more ideas. All right, what do we have? Farming. Spawn a mini battle window per adventure. Customer flood. Okay, never mind. I don't think a lot of these work. Customer flood does. So it dumps a bunch of idle action in your town. Hey, Derpium. Welcome in. And what are the new ones I had written down? Chained up your decisions. So yeah, it was spawn customers. Rich traveling merchant that comes randomly. Buying it plus X% or Y%. Yeah. Click it, you get money. Something like buy 3 random perks, but for cheaper than it would normally cost. I don't know, the goal with these would be to alter which choices you make. Maybe the events could even present a choice. Plus 20% sludge, but minus 10% income. How long have you been making this game for? I think it's been about 15 months. Coming up on 16 months pretty soon, actually. Oh God, I'm so torn. I'm so torn. All right, let's fix some of these things. Yeah, I don't think I want to do the perks. I wrote the bigger impact's gonna be from events. I think we have enough. And I could add these. They're not that hard to do. I just don't think they're gonna change the equation all that much. So I don't think they're the most important things to do. I think I'll go through these observations and then we'll do some of the cleanup stuff maybe. All right, so this bug, there was something I added in that was like remove click handlers, this. So this adds a skill button. Oh, I think it was this. How do I see what this used to be? All perks tree. All perks tree. This won't show up because it's in the wrong branch. There it is. All right, so we want the history of this file. So what did I do here? I called remove click handlers. Yeah, I see. I think I know what the bug is. Because this also hides the buttons. Is this public? It's protected. Is there a way to tell then that pressed is connected to something, I wonder? That a signal is connected? Main skill button dot pressed dot... No, there isn't. Oh, man. All right, well, I want to call this no matter what. Because moving the child shows the buttons again. I don't know why it does that, though. Maybe because it enters the tree again? Am I showing? No, that wouldn't be it. Why does it re-show things? Godot move child visibility? It's probably move underscore child because of GD script, right? Node. I'm guessing move child is there. Yep. What does this say? Maybe old documentation. It looks like it's fine. Move child. Moves it, a node's index, blah, 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 processing order. Yeah, no, none of this is what I want. How would it show it again, though? That doesn't make sense. Like, if I didn't do this, I don't think we'd have a problem. Let's try that out. So now we need any perk that has enough levels. So let's just cut out all of these and get warehouse storage. Yeah, that'll have enough levels for us to be able to test this. So I'm pretty certain here that these buttons are not going to ever show, which is what we want. No, it is showing. So much for being pretty certain. So then wait, I don't understand what's happening. I misattributed this. Something is showing the add points button again then. What can even do that? Well, it's protected, so I guess any child class can. Purchase skill button. Oh, right there. Look at that. Update label does it. Wow. Well. So I think what we want to do is only turn this off when it's at the max level. Hey, TJ. If is at max level, then add points button dot hide. Okay, and that's the only thing that's going to control the visibility? Yeah. So then yeah, let's just try it. It's an easy fix to a problem that nobody cares about. But it still looks better at least. Yeah, so that fixed it. And now if I choose another perk, it doesn't show up. Good. The same thing should happen over here. We should be able to put this back like that. And then what are we missing here? Oh yeah, testing it on regular mode. Because we got to make sure that those buttons do show up, even if you save and load. And I can't imagine that they won't. So that's looking good. Hey, console. Welcome in. We're getting more YouTube chatters than normal today, which is 2. Normally there is 0 to 1. All right, so if we go over to here, get the town hall. So all of the buttons are showing. Let's save and load. They're still showing. Let's max this out. It says max, and let's get 1 level of that. And now save and load. Yeah, it's working fine. I guess we can finish testing this by maxing out another skill that has multiple levels, but I don't think we can afford any of them. But I guess we can just grant most things, then we can afford them. So now we max this out. Yeah, it's working. Steam chat. I don't even check that anymore. I wonder how many people it shows as watching the stream. It says 4. These are just people who are on the page. Also, have we gotten any more reviews? Oh, we have. Neat. Let's go read them. August 6th. Huh. Nice combination of idle and management genres. Looking forward to the full release. Nice. 3.1 hours, 2.2 hours. Where's the other review, though? It says 3 on this day. Maybe we cut that out? Leveling system was awesome and it didn't feel slow nor heavy at all. Looking forward to play the full game. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Cool. Hey, Nelixis. Okay, I'm going to assume this person is a bot and just hide them. Console, if you're not a bot, come talk to me on Twitch. That'll prove it. Yeah, the median playtime actually went up. 1 minute. It's now 1 hour and 59 minutes. Yeah. All right, so we fixed this problem completely, right? Yeah, we probably need to say, no, don't just set visibility based on is it max level, because the button may have already been hidden, e.g. in challenge mode. Hey, Banana, how's it going? Fixed bug with purchase buttons showing. In challenge mode, they should never show, but when a skill wasn't at max level, they would be shown again after I committed. Where is that commit? Here. Published my third iOS app. First real non-game one. Cool. You want to share a link to it? All right, so this is done. Garbage slime specialization should probably give you a perk where the slime offers a minimum of 2 gold instead of 1. Alert the player when X minutes are left. Yeah, this is pretty simple. Let's go try this out. What is it? Objective details? Does this have the town? It does. Does it have a process? It does. Okay, so let's have a private bool showed 10-minute warning and showed 5-minute warning. I think those two were probably all we need. Not dox myself. Yeah, I guess that's probably not possible. It's either share the link or don't, right? Because the link is going to have the same stuff in it. So if time remaining is less than or equal to this, and we haven't shown the warning, then show the warning, show ephemeral, what is it, create notification? Yeah. And was this taken? A text and a color. 10 minutes remaining. You have 10 minutes left to reach the gold goal. I don't think I like that. And it should be colors.yellow probably. All right, well, anyway, there's that. And then if time remaining is this, then, and this will be red. All right, right. I don't know what we should write here. What does it say in challenge mode for your goal? Target gold. Maybe monetary goal? Maybe it should just tell you how much more, what percentage you need. You have 10 minutes left to earn another X gold. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. To earn gold money symbol, game constants dot money symbol. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so now how do we figure out how much you need? It should just be the target minus the amount. All right, I'll just make a function for this. Show time warning, colors, color. Oh, and then the number of minutes, num minutes left. Is this not a thing? It's a color. It's not a thing. All right, so this will be show time warning 10 yellow, and this will be 5 red. And then just move this and this and this. Okay, so the amount of gold you still need. Is it an int or a long? What is the target? Long. Long gold needed equals that. Okay, so now we want to format that number. BB code functions, format number, gold needed. Okay, I think that should look pretty good. What's the problem here? Cannot convert from long to string. And then num minutes left. And then color. Okay. Hey, Galaxy Inferno. Social bowling session, game stat tracker analysis, data stuff app. If anyone's interested in bowling, I'll share, but I'll hold off publicly posting. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Do you go bowling a lot? I feel like the answer to that has to be yes. All right, so now to test this, let's have it show us when there's 44 minutes left. How do we do this? 44.75, 44.9. Yeah, let's do that. 44.9 and 44.6. So it's going to say there are 10 minutes left. And it's going to say there are 5 minutes left. In fact, it's going to do both of these immediately because I'm entering hard mode, I think. Yeah. Okay, but let's back out of that. Let's go into here. Enter medium mode, which will give us enough time to earn some money. We need to make money somehow. Go. Sell these things. You have 10 minutes left to earn 7,500 gold. Where are the customers? You idiots. Make it over here faster. Just earn even 3 gold for me. I'll even put it closer. Yes, good. Okay, perfect. Look at that. That was the perfect timing. You have 5 minutes left to earn 74.97 gold. Yeah, perfect. We should, however, put the gold symbol in bold. We should bold gold. So we'll do long gold needed and then string gold needed string. So this is going to be $ like that. And then game constants dot money symbol. We don't need the to string here. We just put that over there. Okay, that should look good. You don't currently bowl a lot? Wow. Bought a pretty ball. Can you link to the ball at least? Or is that going to dox you too? All right, nice. I like it. Cool. So let's set this back to the numbers they're supposed to be. This is supposed to be 10, and this is supposed to be 5. What we could do is just keep a list of warnings and whatever. I think just hard coding this is fine. I think it's okay. There's a lot of in-place strings if you consider localization. Yeah, we already have a bunch of work done toward that. I just am very hastily coding this stuff. So for example, if I look at, I guess anywhere that we say like messages. That's weird. Why did messages with a space not find something? Because it's the end of the line. Okay, yeah. So stuff like this. We do have some localized messages that we then emit string things for, and I just haven't been doing that everywhere. The ball picture has my fingerprints. Drat foiled again. Oh man, okay. I kind of do want to change this so that we're just storing. Yeah, fine. I'll make this better. Yeah. So how do I want to do this? We want to keep track of a dictionary. No, I don't want to do this. Yeah, I changed my mind. I think this is fine. It's already working. Let's just leave it at that. Show warnings when as you run out of time. Why is the image gigantic? There are fingerprints on this ball. I can see in the reflection that you're not a banana. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks a lot like, oh my goodness. Okay. That's how you can tell I've been playing too much Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire cards. There's a card that looks like this. What is it? Oh, I'm not going to go looking through all of them. Oh, and they don't have the pictures here anyway. Well, they do when you hover over them. But yeah, I don't remember what it is. Out of curiosity, what's that one called that... Oh, it just looks kind of like the Defect. What am I talking about? Yeah, Slay the Spire Defect. It looks kind of like them. Kind of, sort of. They have some other thing, though, that shows a picture of them where it's more like this. Anyway, I don't know. There's probably a card that looks like that. The Plasma Orb, maybe, yeah. Collection Shop. Again, we'll see. Future Adam. Future Adam probably would thank me, but I don't think it's a big deal unless we end up adding in more times. And at that point, Future Adam will just have to deal with it. And Future Adam will understand why past Adam did what he did. All right, so this is done. UI should probably tell you how much of each perk or adventure or building you have. Toward the end of the game, you should probably turn off sludge and acquisition. At least in hard mode, treasure room doesn't seem worth it. Okay, so I like the idea that I had a while ago, which is, what if when you got a building, we gave you a random perk with it? Is that too much? I don't think so. Let me think about this. Town generator. So garbage slime only has 4 of them. The warehouse only has 1, so I guess we don't do it for the warehouse. Hey, plan. The pond only has 3, unless you count spicy cooking. The farm only has 4. The enchanter has 6. The treasure room has 2. Oh my god, one of these is missing. We never even added that in. Innate keys is unusable in the game right now? Oh no. I never put it in. I was like, 2 doesn't sound right. Yeah, whoops. Okay, well, that's a nice realization. Add innate keys to challenge mode. I just never typed it in. I only added it to regular mode. Wow. I do kind of like the idea, but at the same time, I'm not totally sure. Like, maybe the farm could come with a perk. Well, is giving you a random perk a good idea? I think I've got it written down in the ideas thing over here. Didn't I put a star somewhere saying this was a good idea? Yeah, there it is. Not all buildings have enough perks for this to probably make sense. Although that's probably another reason to just add more perks. The warehouse only has 1, so it almost certainly shouldn't come with the perk. All right, I'm really torn. I'm really torn. I guess let's play through a run and see what last suggestions I have based on this stuff. What to-do items do I have in the code? Put this back at some point? We're not doing that. Not now, at least. Remove to-do item. Item stacking won't be in challenge mode until we revamp it. Specifically, well, not just revamp it. All right, well, the to-do items have been addressed. Yeah, let's go play through a game. I'll even let chat pick the specialization. All right, so here are your choices. Let me turn on the sound. Okay. So let's do a poll. Which spec do you want? Farming, adventuring, industry, garbage enjoyer. We can't pick another one, so let's just go with enchanting as the last one. I can only have 5 options, apparently. There. Survey started. So I can share what these do. Farming is you start with a farm and 3 farm perks. Adventuring is you start with 2 extra adventurers and some perks for them. I mean, that's kind of how all these work. This is start with more workers. Garbage enjoyer is start with a garbage slime and 3 garbage slime perks. And enchanting is start with the enchanter and more mana. Garbage gang. Why don't I see the poll? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. All right. We're going to give it the remaining little bit of time. I think it's like 10 seconds here. So cast your votes. If there's a tie, I'll just pick, I guess. I don't know if we've done a whole run with Garbage Enjoyer. I just added it yesterday. And there's also Storage Enthusiast and Chaos. Okay, so it looks like Garbage Enjoyer wins. Let's go start a run with that. Thank you, chat, for voting. So let's pick this, and let's pick medium mode. So I start with this. Increased appetite. Oh, there's no space between critically eat items occasionally. There we go. And start with seek food level 1. Auto eat items occasionally. Okay, let's do it. Start run. So there's our garbage slime. We're going to get another adventurer because we have a terrible starting one. Whoops. There we go. Let's shrink these, undock them, put them up here. Okay, so we got extraction, glowy fish, and shiny loot. So loot being worth more is actually really big. The other ones, this affects the fishing pond, and this affects the fishing pond. So we should probably get the fishing pond. Unfortunately, getting it early doesn't really make a lot of sense. Let's start stocking some items. Cleric's going to take their sweet time. I'm going to aim for another adventurer first because we got the cleric. Oh, also we should be selling items to the slime, of course. But we're getting 4 gold because we got shiny loot. Kind of negates a little bit our specialization. Although not completely. But yeah, definitely need to get another adventurer first. Nice. And now we need 2 more gold. And there it is. Okay, so now we get another adventurer. Let's go with a spirit caller. And there we go. Okay, we're making some money. Sell that. Sell that. Getting 4 gold. I'll just leave that there. It'll get auto-eaten pretty soon. Oh, you know what we can do? We can put it in the tavern. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting a lot of items. Even the garbage slime won't keep up with that, I think. Oh, find a potion for us. Nice. Too many items. Okay, let's get... I'll get actually another adventurer too, I think. Will it be PC game or cross-platform? Just PC at first. But I could see if it does very well releasing it on some other platforms. All right, now we have too many items. I should probably aim for a building. Let's get a building. Oh yeah, let's get the farm. And I could use another worker. Let's get that and that and that. And that, nice. Start a medium since easy challenge is an oxymoron. I just wanted to set the expectation that it's not supposed to be, yeah, super easy, I guess. Let's go with that. Oh my god, cloning. Okay, I'm taking that. Taking that for sure. We're getting some pretty decent perks here. Ooh, that's a tough decision. These two are pretty good. I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. Now I definitely want another adventure. I'm losing items. All of our shops are full. We're getting some carrots though. We have enough to get our first perk. This is the only adventure I actually have. And this is not very good, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. It's better than for an adventure I don't have. Yeah, we're losing a lot of items. I guess we could send him into the volcano. I keep forgetting about this. Yeah, early on it's probably better to just advance pretty quickly. I don't want to lose these. Okay, that's fine. Put an armor over here, a weapon over here. Probably should get the warehouse pretty soon. Click all items and not lose them. Yeah, it's kind of a cheap strategy. All right, 6 gold from that. That's pretty nice. We just need some sales to happen here. What should I do? Put these in here. Let's put this in here. They're winning, which is good. Okay, apparently we're just going all in on the cleric right now. We need some customers. Let's go with that. Yeah, I just lost all my items. Whatever. Yeah, garbage slime I think needs to get hungrier faster. Especially if this is the specialization you chose. Let's get another adventurer. Costs 75. Which we should have pretty soon. We just need someone to buy something. We're about to win this battle. This takes 22 seconds and gives us like a little bit. Okay, we got enough money. We can hire another adventurer. Let's go with this, which is maybe a mistake. Let's send them all into there. It should not take 23 seconds now. Dump that. Dump one of those. All right, how long are you guys taking? Mushroom won't even get to attack. Oh, there it goes. It did 48 damage once. Okay, yeah. It sped up the battle a little bit. Okay. This is not going so hot. I've not played, but watching you play are there hotkeys that allow you to jump the map and center it to a specific location? Would need to not say lose what you're dragging, but make nav easier, quick for the player. There's a quick move menu that you can unlock, but in challenge mode you have to get lucky enough to find it. But yeah, you can drag the map around as you're dragging an item. So it's easy enough to at least find the destination you want. But yeah, there's a quick move menu. And I just don't have it unlocked right now. Yeah, we need a bunch of things. I feel like this is off to a slow start. That's pretty decent. I think part of the reason I'm off to a slow start is because I put 5 potions in there and probably should not have. What do we need next? Yeah, probably a building. Let's get the fishing pond. We already have 2 perks for it, which are what? I guess spicy cooking kind of counts. More eggs and glowy fish. Yeah. Yeah, so I want another adventurer again. That is pretty nice. You have someone working on the UI? I mean, not specifically. Yeah, like not a dedicated person at least. Well, let's sell that one. I'll get rid of this. 7 gold, not bad. The next adventure is at 100, and I do think that's the best option next. Can we afford a battle perk? That's 20 sludge. Yeah, I want an adventurer to fish. Maybe we just send in one that we already have. Oh, drat, that was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. Subtle way of saying the UI looks bad. I mean, that's fine. I think feedback is still welcome, even if it's not positive feedback. What part of the UI don't you like though, Smack? Because I think that's better feedback than a like roundabout way of asking. Okay, we can afford another adventurer. I'm gonna go with the mage, and we're gonna just send him right into the fishing pond. There we go. So let's ditch that. Oh, we can afford a battle perk. That'll probably help the most. Let's go with that. UI with tabs and buttons looks like placeholder graphics. Yeah, this is going to get improved. Yeah, we have the graphics for those. We just haven't added them to the game yet. Okay, now I should probably buy some of these perks. Let's get that. I can't afford the next one yet without having... Oh, I have 40 now. I think max customers is needed. Yeah. But garbage time is really good too. Especially if I don't have the warehouse. Oh god, what do I do? What do I pick? Let's pick max customers. Yeah, I'd rather have the items actually selling. Alright, we finally got some sludge here. We can level up an adventure now. Fungal spread level 2. What is that? Improves damage dealt by fungal spread. When it kills an enemy, use it again on another enemy for 25% of the regular damage. Sure, let's go for that. Why not? No, 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 don't turn that off. No. No. Buy another perk. That for sure. That. Oh man, we're powering up Mushy. Alright, let's restart you in the battle. Actually, no, you know what? Let's have you just act as a worker. Has a charm to it. I mean, yeah, but some of it is just, it's gonna get replaced. And we just, like I said, haven't had the time to do the work for that yet. All right, we're starting to cook here. We're 11 minutes in. We got enough going on. We could probably send these adventurers to the next location. Let's try that. If they can win there, then they can start collecting boots for me. The mage is just acting as a worker right now, which probably means we should hire another adventurer just to get another worker. Oh, nice. A tip. I heard someone die. Oh, it was a mushroom. I don't care about them dying. Okay, this battle's not going great, but I think we'll win it. Maybe. Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should. Okay, but how long does it take to win this? I got enough for another adventure, by the way. Let's get another adventure. Let's get this one. 36 seconds. Oof. That is a long time. I'm going to put this in the... Actually, yeah, I'll put this in the slot. All right. Now we can start buying some stuff. More customers, yes. Next battle perk is at 35. We should probably get another building then. These are full. Building is 75. Let's go with the Enchanter's Den. Get that. Do you work somewhere or only developing the game? Yeah, only developing the game. Okay, I might have done that a little too soon. And they did not double items, but that's okay. We do need boots. That can go there, that can go there. We're not getting enough loot. And no one's even fishing. So let's send the warrior into the forest. Can we make it bigger for the challenge mode or just in general? Definitely want to move things faster, assuming you don't get the radial menu. Yeah, we can make the drop zone bigger. Lower Mushy's taunt rate and make farm drop zone bigger. What are your thoughts on adding additional item types to the drops at new locations when you unlock them instead of replacing the existing ones? I know it helps complete quests faster, but I felt it wouldn't hurt to slow things down a bit. Additional item types to the drops at new locations. I think what you're saying is like if location 1 has small blue potions and location 2 has, let's say, cloaks, and location 3 has daggers, that what your proposal is that this is now small blue potions and cloaks, and this is small blue potions and cloaks and daggers. Is that what you're suggesting? Exactly. I I think the game's going to get slowed down a little bit by just adding more content. I'd rather do that. And I think the whole game should take about maybe 5 hours to beat. And then you'll enter challenge mode, and then you'll repeat challenge mode. I think the pacing is working right now. And I know some people want a slower or longer experience for this. For that, I think there should be some challenge mode way of you controlling that a bit. All right, we are running out of space. I really should get the warehouse. There. That person wants a cloak. Hey, Beans, what's happening? Working on Skeleseller. Although the plan to make more perks, I think, is not going to be happening anymore today. Well, we'll find out. Man, shiny loot is very powerful. Also, let's get rid of some of these because they want a cloak. Yeah. Now go up there and buy the cloak. Yeah, now we're getting a little too much loot. Don't buy all the cloaks. Leave some cloaks for this person. Good. 20 gold tip. That's what we wanted. Okay, so now we can afford another perk. Let's get the warrior one. That's actually pretty good. I'll get crop variety. Ooh, and 8 keys. Let's get max fish, actually. I don't usually get that, but it'll let our mage act as a worker. Alright, we're selling some of those. We have pull up on that. Not enough mana. How's that possible? Oh, right. We did not start as the enchanting perk. Okay. I was going to say, I thought we should pretty much always have enough mana. Okay, looking good. Oh, I turned this off. Let's turn that back on. How many fish do we have? 0. The farm is tiny. Now it is not tiny. More mana. That's pretty good. That's also pretty good. Okay. Get some good perks. Now we can afford this. We need to buff this battle party. They're really bad. Like, really bad. We are getting a lot of loot, though. That's nice. I don't have what it takes to upgrade them, though. And I'm not getting what it takes. We're going to need some money so we can get some perks. Oh, I don't need any of this right now. Let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that and then get some more, like, sucky items. Go as level of characters as fast as possible. Yeah, I like the farm. I think it works pretty well. I think the treasure room is a cool idea. It's not in the demo, though. It's just in the playtest version. Yeah, I just need loot. That's all. Just something to sell. And then we'll put the valuable loot in the garbage slime. I have plenty of workers for once. Oh, we're getting bows now, too. This is smart. Okay. So let's sell some of these to the garbage slime. That's the best move. Then they can bring the rest over there. Okay, again, I feel like we're doing a little better. Took another, like, 7 minutes to hit the next sort of break point here. I just really, really need to level up my main party. Okay, that's decent. Good amount of haste. More damage. Yeah, put all these in here. Yeah, we have plenty of workers, which is kind of nice. And part of that is because I got cloning, and part of it is because I got hardworking adventurers. So those are making a difference. This, I'm not going to get rid of. Yeah, I want to wait for the big battle to finish. Nice. Now we can dump some of those, and I'll put that in there too. Just waiting for that to pay a little bit more. It's at 9 gold right now. 10. Give me 11 for it. Then I'll sell it to you. There we go. Okay, let's get some more perks. I'm going to go with Swift Shoes. 20% across my, like, 7 workers is pretty good. Let's get it again, actually. But yeah, we could really use some farm perks or something. In fact, I should probably go fish pretty soon. It's another 20. Yeah, let's do that now. Turn that off and send them both into there. My main party is still bad, though. Yeah. Oh, they're not in the fishing pond. That's not the fishing pond. I wanted the fish pond to have more fish. Like, on the town map, it only shows up to 15. But there is a perk that lets you increase the maximum number of fish. It just it's not as much of a visual thing. Will this be multiplayer? No. It's like an idle game. I don't think making it multiplayer would make it interesting. Okay, so I need to put boots up there. Let's put these over here and that, and then sell one set of boots. As long as they don't buy the boots, I think we're okay. All right, we got enough for a battle perk. Sure, let's take it. I don't think this run is going very well. I don't think we're doing a great job. I kept running out. Also, I had my characters high level, so they killed the fish pretty fast. Yeah, that could be it. Stream lagging. Does refreshing help? Okay, you know what? Don't send these in here. I don't really need more fish. Yeah, I don't feel like this is working all that well for me. Let's hire another adventurer. Take them out of there. Send them into the volcano altogether. My party's just so bad. This is pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's take that. Let's just change the main party a little bit. Yeah, change you guys out for... I want the warrior in there. I don't want the spirit caller. Yeah, I don't think the spirit caller is going to do much. I think this party will be better. And then let's start another battle with the remaining characters at the volcano. They should be doing better, although I didn't time them before that. Does anyone want boots? Ooh, gloves. Nice. Let's put that there, put that there. All right, we're getting some money. Let's go buy some more stuff. I'll take that one. And that one. I can't afford anything else now. I guess on medium mode, I need another 5,500 gold. Oh, I have this turned off. I should probably turn that back on. Implement some sort of layout system to stack windows. There's a dock that lets you shrink the window if you want, and they'll just always be scrollable on the screen, and then you can undock them if you want. So it's all up to how you want to put them there, but no, there's no like window management tools other than that stuff. But I don't think they're really needed. Also, I think you should check out the game. Like, you should try out the demo. You've been watching for a long time. You might as well give it a shot. And that'll answer a lot of the questions that you have. All right, this pretty important. Let's take that. Hey, Grim. I am doing well. How are you doing? Yeah, so someone had asked about moving stuff in the UI. This is a quick move menu. So now what we can do is we can click this and just click shop. So I can just drag up in one smooth motion. Well, I don't have any space now. And I can also put this in the recycler, for example. So that, the garbage line, I mean. Chilling out, taking the day off work. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, now we're getting a lot of loot. Let's turn that off. I'll have them act as workers. No time to play actual games. I mean, you should still give it a shot sometime. I think you should make the time, Smack. Like I said, you've been watching for a while. You're interested in watching. Might as well play it. I'm not saying right this second. Obviously, that I'm not trying to say. All right, we're getting some good money. We are not getting good wisdom sludge, though. Let's send these guys over there. They'll earn me like 50, maybe, which is enough for one extra level. Oh, man. These are just spread pretty thin. What does Harmony do? When casting heal, you also heal yourself. That's pretty good, actually. Let's do that. Do we have any spaces up there? No. Yeah. Do I need a worker or do I need another customer? Let's go with a customer. There's actually 2 customers that time. Okay, we've almost earned enough. Yeah, now we've earned enough. No, we're 1 off. I remember Pally the Necromancer Witch, and it was really overpowered, too exaggerated because all the heroes are really balanced. I think there are some overpowered combos right now. We'll do something about that, but I haven't started working on that yet. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. What does dual targeting do? Empowered spears have a chance to use their abilities twice. That's okay. It's like a 20% chance to do double the damage, pretty much. I'm gonna go with a cleric. I don't think this party's working very well. We're at 33% of the goal. They're just not doing so hot. You know, it would be kind of nice to have a town perk. It would be nice to have some town perks that affect battle. E.g. plus 10% to all numbers offered from battle perks, or plus 1 perk offered per character, or a chance for plus 1. Yeah, something like that. All right, what do I want? Let's take that. I don't think this town is working. I think the problem might be the specialization, actually. Maybe it's just the garbage slime is not that interesting. All right, take them out for now. To have them act as workers. They are actually pretty good when they're acting as workers. We can get rid of some of these things. We're only really getting armor items. We probably need to try going to the next location now. Yeah, let's turn this off. I don't think they're doing great at all. Look at this. They've got like no DPS. Yeah, 22 seconds, 49 DPS. Let's just let them clear out the town for a little bit. Turn this off. That's a waste of my money. I don't even know if we need money right now. I think we just need battle perks. Oh, man. They're all good choices. I want to go with this one, though. All right, we need customers to move faster. I don't have the mana. Can we get mana? Nope. Well, we can get max customers. That's pretty good. All right, let's try sending them into the next location. I think they're going to die. We have all of the workers stuck up here because no one's buying armor. We're so close to that. Yeah. All right, well, now they're coming up here. We have a lot of customers now. Yeah, that could potentially be all that it took. Get these to move faster. Someone wants a cloak. We're never getting that for them. Yeah, we're getting some perks now. Can I get... I'll get that one. Oh, that's really good. Now I can put two more things down. Nice. Okay, so now I got to turn this back on. They are dying miserably. Let's send them back to the last location. Actually, you know what? Let's try beating the... Let's try beating the canyon. That's our strongest party, probably. Will they be able to do it? I don't know, but let's send our second strongest party over here for now. It'll be close. Yeah, I think they'll be able to win. I think the warrior's gonna die, though. No, they won't die. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, so take that out of there. Actually, you know what? Put that in the farm. What do I care? Sure. We got 4 fish now. So let's send my good party back over to here. Which probably means that character and that character. And let's send the bad party over to here. Let's level them up. No, we can't even afford it. This is so bad. Garbage characters. Good thing we take items off the shop to the slime to free the workers. Yeah. In fact, I should be doing that just to use its hunger right now. Do you like anime shows? I do not like anime. I've never liked anime. I don't understand what the appeal is. And I watched a live action show called Bet that I was like, oh, there's an anime for this. Let me check it out because I like the live action show. I got 5 minutes in and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get why people watch anime. But yeah, I have heard that K-pop Demon Hunters is good. Maybe it's a good enough one to watch, and the ones I've been watching are just terrible. All right, so we're probably going to lose this. Yeah. I think we got shafted on the battle perks choices. I'll go with... Actually, both of these are pretty good. Let's go with that one. Take them out of there. Yeah. What are you going to do? We don't have any items. Let's send them into here, I guess, and get us some items. As soon as that's dropped, I'll sell that. Nice. We need a cloak. I don't recall if they drop from here. But if they do, that should be some free money. Do they? Yeah, they do. Nice. No, 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 no. That's for you. Stop. Stop going over there. This person desperately wants to buy a cloak. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's get another perk. I'm going to go with this. It'll make the cleric do more damage. Honestly, none of this is that great. That's probably the best one. That'll give us some more critical eating money. Yeah, nice. All right, buy more armor shop. Yep. Expanded warehouse actually would be pretty nice, but so would customer speed. All right, so we have almost filled the warehouse. Now we have filled the warehouse. We probably have maximum number of fish. Now we're at 3. All right, let's get rid of that stuff. Oh, we want a couple people who want those potions. Turn that off, turn that off. No, no, accidentally turn it back on. It's only an 8 gold tip anyway. I guess it's not that good. Oh, that's a lot of loot. Let's stock the potion shop. Okay, now that's too much loot. Let's have these leave battle and just go stock things. Someone wants a boot? We've got a boot for you. Nice. 13 gold. Okay, things are picking up. We'll probably be able to win, but just barely. Yeah, just barely. Oh, we're at the max number of fish almost. Let's send these into battle. We're just getting almost nothing to raise the sludge amount. That would help. I feel like there should be more enchanter spells. The enchanter's role should be more of a fill-in for anything that's needed. So there should be sludge production spells or fill the pond sorts of spells. Hey Zibu, read a lot of things about signals in C#. Do you use them? Do you use C# native event? What's your best practices? If you mean signals in Godot and C#, I tend to prefer just events, C# events directly. Best practices, there's not really too much to know there. It's like, it's a thing to decouple a producer and a consumer, essentially. So just emit a signal and then have someone else listen for it, and that way the producer doesn't need to know about who's consuming it. I don't know if there's anything else you're looking for there. I'm happy to answer. But that's at least off the top of my head what I would think is important enough to share. Let's go with this. These are just trash perks. Trash, trash, trash. All we're finding is trash. Let's try to upgrade the pond or the farm. That'll kind of help. We're almost at max mana. All right, so take these out. Send them to there. Found that I turned on autocast and I had a reason to go back and alter it. Almost like I'm playing an idle game. Well, that is kind of the goal, and that's why entropic magic exists in the base game, is so that you're casting multiple spells and you have a reason to level them up. But yeah, in challenge mode, I think we can have it be more active. And yeah, I think we should do that. The last room I have not built yet is a treasure room. I still just don't think it's got much of a place in challenge mode. So we probably need to change that balance a bit. All right, let's sell a lot of stuff. Now let's turn this off and just manually put potions there. We're making a lot of money now. In fact, maybe that's what I should have been doing this whole time. Maybe we just resign ourselves to fighting in these 2 areas and we just improve the town efficiency. Yeah, that's probably what I should have been doing this whole time. All right, well, we're kind of accomplishing that now. We got some of those. Let's put that in the farm. Good. Put that over there. Yeah, this is going better now that I embraced the chaos of my town. And we're slowly getting fish as well. We can almost afford another perk. One more sale. Come on. Good. Yeah, let's go with that too. Full armor shop. That's pretty nice. Yeah. Okay. We'll put some of those things up there. Okay, now maybe we have a little bit too much. Only barely. This is actually working pretty well. The fact we might win, but if this were hard mode, it would have been over and we would have only made it to 60%. Yeah. Collect the vegetables the way the loot sign does, but if it did, I suppose it might take away some need for workers. Yeah, we'll probably have some auto harvest eventually. In fact, that's a good idea that auto harvest should be from the chef slime. Could be that the chef slime is antsy to cook. Credit to Devil Dog for this idea. All right, now we're running out of space. Let's stop that. Yeah. No, I'm losing loot. Okay, we need to stock that and put that away, and that goes there, and that goes there. All right, nice. Now let's make customers move a little faster. Yeah, you have 10 minutes left to earn about 2,700 gold. So let's make customers move faster so they'll buy stuff. We're running low on weapons. We need these in here. And we're at 4 fish. Let's send them into there. I have a surprising amount of potions. It's not usually working out that way. I guess because I have this turned off. Yeah, let's just dump them into the fishing pond. There's a lot of money I just spent doing that. Okay, also we have like way more than enough money now. Let's go with this and this one, and battle perk wise none of this is good. I'm just gonna go max out the cleric. Yeah, I think we'll barely make it. Barely. We should probably send them back into here. I don't even know if that main party can beat the next area yet, or if it's worthwhile. I'm gonna get the warehouse, actually. These are terrible. Take that one. Okay. Yeah, things are going pretty smoothly. That one wants a yellow potion. That's me, actually. I go buy a yellow potion. Tip a lot. Pretty nice. Both of these are nice. Let's go with low water. Make these grow even faster. Alright, now we're getting some serious crop sludge. Alright, looking good, looking good. Put those in there. Selling a good amount of that stuff. They're just buying out the whole shop. Oh, selling a blue potion would be nice. I don't have space for a blue potion. Now I do. They better go buy it. I'll take seek food. I don't even think that matters right now. We can't afford another battle perk. We're not even spending our money that way. Yeah. Okay. It's pretty interesting. It does... Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Wow, that's a lot of items. Let's turn this off. Like, I'm still doing something to help out the town, and it feels like the actions are meaningful enough. Okay, we have 6 minutes left. I think we're gonna make it. So we would have beaten medium mode. Hooray. Alright, I'm gonna try sending him into the next area just to see, can they beat it? I don't think the warrior is very good. Let's send those characters in. Or you know what? No. Let's put the warrior in instead of the mushroom. I think the mushroom is bad. I think we need to lower the taunt amount. And then with the remaining characters, let's send them into the fishing pond. This is pretty good. Someone will go bonkers and reach an absurd amount. Probably. Although, yeah. We got to balance for what do many people get, because it might be that they got like super lucky in a run and just got all the best power-ups. Oh, hey, they are winning that fight. Oh, man. Okay, I probably should have switched there sooner then, huh? And now we're finding demon helmets, but we don't really need them. You know what? I'll dump a bunch of things in there. Although we do need to sell things. Yeah, I want to sell some potions. And those. We have enough for one more perk. Who's in my main party? None of these? I guess let's go for this one then. It is really good. This character has gotten better. 36% haste is pretty crazy. It's just, they die so fast. Guess I want these in the tavern. Yeah, let's just send you back to the forest to get some bows. Of all things. I don't think completing a quest is a good idea right now. I think we're going to win anyway. Yeah, let's just turn this off. The warrior's dying constantly. We need 3 more sludge. There it is. Okay, we're taking that. They were taking 18 seconds to win this fight. It should be even faster now. And we're 96%, so we're barely gonna win this. None of this matters. Probably that's the best. Oh wait, we have enough for another one? We need a blue potion. Let's get it. Let's make this person happy. We didn't get it. We still need our blue potion. Oh, also we should play a fanfare when you win. And a losing sound when you lose. There, yeah, business succeeded. Nice. We had barely any time to spare. 55 town perks unlocked. Wow. All right, so that was on the... I should say what your specialization is. Okay, let's do a couple of those sorts of changes. Play sounds when you win or lose challenge mode. And show your specialization on the end screen. And maybe show the difficulty there too. Okay, so that went well. I definitely would not have won on hard mode. I wonder if we should start them with increased appetite level 2. Eh. Okay. Let's go code some of this stuff. So play sounds when you win or lose. I'm going to play the same ones that play from the elite banner. Where's that? Is there a sound in here? Defeated. Where does that happen then? Ah, here it is. So challenge mode win screen. This should have an init here somewhere. It does. Yeah, so let's make this virtual. Or you just have a play sound function and that gets overridden. That way you don't need to do it from init. Yeah, either way is fine. It doesn't really matter. Protected, void, play, sound. Or just initialize it with the... How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's make this virtual. Oh wait, that's not even needed. No, it technically is needed. It's so stupid. I'm just being stupid about this. Where do we call the init on this? We initialize it here either based on the correct screen. So I make this virtual, it could just play the sound from that if it wants to. Yeah, fine. Let's do it. I don't know why I belabored this point so much. So this goes here, and we call base.init, and then town.play sound id.elite defeated elite. So this is the win screen. And then the lose screen is going to play. We have some sufficiently negative sounding thing. Oh, I don't want audio to be there. I want this to be this. Sound ID. We have lost battle. I think that's probably good enough for now. Do we have anything that sounds like sufficiently negative? Let me take a look. Yeah, so I think there's a defeat thing here. There's a quest abandoned, quest failed. I mean, we can play that when you lose. That's also fine. I think it's just too much. We already played that. Hey, Consolas. Morning, morning, morning. Okay, so what do we play when you lose a battle? Lost battle is target slain 1. I think that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Let's just play that. Maybe we can increase the volume a tiny bit. We don't even have a way to do that. I guess this has a way to do that. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. So that's all we did. Just add some sounds. That fixes a typo. Let's check in that first. Fix typo. Yeah, we should probably test it out as well, huh? I'll just test the winning one. If that works, then I'm going to trust that the losing one works. So I just copy pasted it. And if it didn't work, then we'd figure it out eventually. All right, so I just clicked this. Oh, that's backwards. Well, that's why we tested it. So this should have been defeated elite. And the lose screen should have lost battle. There. Oh, the lever sound is made. The lever turning on in challenge mode makes a sound. Pick farming specialization to hear this. So this is done. Play sounds when winning / losing challenge mode. Okay. Next up, show your specialization on the end screen. So yeah, here, let's take a picture of this. And then quit. And then go find the challenge results. Is that what it's called? Detail? What did I call that thing? End screen. Yeah, of course. Okay, so we have time, money, town perks unlocked. Maybe put your specialization beneath money. And maybe the difficulty level there as well. Yeah, we could do that. So this will be specialization label, specialization value. And then beneath those, we'll put difficulty label and difficulty value. All right, so now we rename this to specialization. And we rename this to difficulty. Specialization can be farming or whatever. Difficulty can be medium. All right, now we go plug those things in. So it's specialization value and difficulty value. Specialization value and difficulty value. All right, so we got that from the objective details. I guess it could give us that stuff too. Does this know how to get the level? It must. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Yeah, I guess it can go there. Okay, so public string, what are we saying? Specialization string for end screen. That's easy. And then same thing with this. That is not correct. This is just going to be what level you were on. And I guess it should be capitalized or not capitalized. Yeah, I'll just copy paste this. At least for now. There. So now we want to go plug those things in. Challenge, mode, objective details, specialization, and the difficulty. And then put those next to the other ones because that's where they show up. And let's try it out. That's it. Pretty easy change, but I think this will be nice, especially if you're watching a streamer play the game, that you'll know what they were just playing on. So if I click at this, we now see I spent 1 second. I got a ton of money. Specialization is farming. Difficulty is level 2. And then the rest of the things. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Show specialization and difficulty at end. Should be straightforward. Yeah, that's it. All right, the lever turning on in challenge mode makes a sound. So where do we do that? Town, challenge mode, farm. Extractor training is right there. The farm has a thing that says if you have extractor training to show the lever, or that if you're in challenge mode to show the lever. Or is that something that we do? Where do we do that? Create extractor. Here it is. Show true. What does that true mean? Force on? I want it to not make a sound though. Yeah, how do I make it not make a sound? Must be when you load that it knows how to do this. Load from save data. Set the field directly to avoid animation and playing sounds. Yeah, so I guess I want to load from save data. That's kind of a weird way of doing things. This is just for the lever though. Skip animation / sound. Okay, so now it shouldn't make a sound. So if I were to put this back to the code it was at, I believe it was lever.force something. What? I don't remember. Let's look at the diff. Hello? How do I click this? It is show extractor lever true. Show extractor lever true. Okay, so if I start up the game, you should hear a little click click. Yeah. This sound right here. So listen for it. But then this code should make it not happen anymore. Nice. And it doesn't exist now. So that doesn't work at all. How though? We need to call show on? I don't understand. Oh, because this is when we load this thing in. Show extractor lever. Okay, I see. So we need to set it to false so that it won't be forced on, and then load this. So this is a lever. We should probably just make some like public void turn on or set is on with no sound or animation. And just do pretty much all this stuff. And then this can just call that. And then we call this instead of load from inside the extractor. And set it to true. And that way we don't need a comment for either of those things. Yeah, nice. Okay, now let's try it. Yeah. Cool. Now if I load a game that has the farm. Oh, we don't have extractor training. We do this. Oh, that actually does toggle it on when you do that. That's not expected. Although no one's ever going to notice. But still, let's go take a look. So it's technically a farm perk. It's extractor training. We call show extractor lever true. Force on? How often do we ever do that? Is it literally just there? Okay, well, then let's do it this way. Set is on with no animation or sound, true. And then we can change this to be true and then delete another line of code. Okay, that's everything. I didn't realize the little click sound played even in regular mode. 3 hours of back-to-back meetings coming up. Have a good rest of the day. All right, take care, Kevin. I think Kevin said recently, like, the meetings aren't too bad. There aren't that many of them. And bam, 3 hours. Also, I guess over lunchtime? That sucks. Alright. I don't think that made a sound. Uh-oh. It's not saving that this is off or on correctly. I think I can't be trusted. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Lever. Is lever toggled on is false. What? Yeah, what? Is this backwards now? Save. Is lever toggle on is now true. And load. Something's definitely wrong here. Save and load. Okay, so when it's off, it's not being restored as off correctly. Which means I messed something up. Well, I only changed like a couple lines of code. So load from save data does all of what it used to do. It just does it through another function now. That should be fine. This is different. We used to set is on the property. What does is on as a property do? It sets the value, and if you changed it, it plays a sound. It triggers toggled. Toggled is needed for the town. And then updates the tooltip. Why is this not working then? What does the save file have? It's false. Yeah, let's put a breakpoint here. So I load. This should be false. It is. So we call into this. This sets this to false. It doesn't do any of this stuff. But I guess it's got the wrong animation by default. But I didn't change anything, did I? Maybe this was broken in the main game. Huh. I wonder what this shows like. We just load up the lever scene. It's down by default. What? What did I do wrong? Oh, it's in turn on by default, but it's not. I guess it doesn't really matter what it is. It's rendering incorrectly though, right? If I hit play right now, it says click to turn on. So yeah, it's in the wrong state. It doesn't know that it's off. Okay, let's try that again. So this calls it from here, which calls show extractor false. This shows it. That part's fine. Force on is not true. Well, it better not be true. No, it's definitely false. Then we call load here, and then that's it. That's all we do. So what's happening? Lever dot is on. It's false. Lever dot animation is turn on. Lever dot playing. Is there like is playing or something? Function? T doesn't exist? Default? I don't know what you're supposed to do with this. Oh, I accidentally typed a T. That was me typing that in. It's false. Oh my god, I have no idea why this is happening this way then. What is going on? Are workers bringing items to it? They are not. So this is just a visual problem. If I click this, now they will bring items to it. And then the visual problem gets fixed. So I got to figure out why this is in the up position even though it's off. Maybe it doesn't know to be in the first frame of the animation. That could be it. Let's put a breakpoint there again and try that. So we skip up to here, we skip this, and we look at lever dot. I don't even know where you search for this. Can I search for animated sprite? 2D. There's some way to get how far into the frame you are. I don't know how you do that. Maybe it's in sprite frames itself. Frame progress. Where's that? Frame progress. There it is. Get frame progress. Okay, what is that set to? Get frame progress. 0. That should be fine. I don't get this. How did that even break? I don't know. It might have already been broken. In fact, we should probably test that before I move on. So let's just stash what I've done and then run this again. So now we're running from what used to be the case. And it's possible that this was already broken even then. In which case, it wasn't a code change I just made. It was something from a while ago, probably. So we turn this off. We go to regular mode. We load the game. Yeah, it was broken even then. Wow. Wow. I wonder if it's... I think I know what could be happening. I think it's set to playing and it just gets done so quickly that I can't tell that it finishes like that. I don't know why it would be doing that though if it's not playing by default. Let's see. So this is off. So is playing is false. Nothing should ever set this to playing though. So how could it possibly continue? I don't think it can. Yeah, I don't think it can. Nothing else here would do anything about it. So bizarre. Does this do anything? No. Huh. I don't get it. I mean, we could just set the animation regardless. I guess that would be fine. I don't see a problem with doing that. I just don't know why it's needed. So all I would need to do here is say else animation equals turn off. There, that's it. If that fixes it, then whatever. We're just not going to think about this anymore. Oh, wait, what's that? Set the frame to get frame count -1. No, that part's fine. That's if we're turning it on. So I go over to here and I hit load game. It's still not right. What is happening? I guess because we need to do the same thing that we do. Turn off animation name. I'm not actually positive this is going to fix it either. This would at least get called correctly. So, and I don't think anything else is changing this. Yeah, now it's working. Okay, well, whatever, that fixed it. So then how do we get the correct animation name? We just don't. All right, well, why don't we just do that then? Animation equals that, and then frame equals sprite frames dot get frame count animation -1. Now we don't need anything special there. Oh, we need the update tooltip. Okay, that should fix everything. I know Devil Dog called me out last time for saying that should fix everything when it doesn't fix everything, but this time I mean it. I always think of Bender when I say that. So turn off, turn on. We should probably have the sounds on for this. So now we load the game. It should be off. We click it on. We save, we load. It should be on. We click it off. We save, we load. Yeah, nice. And then I guess we should test to make sure that it's reflecting the right thing. So they don't go to the extractor right now, but I turn it on, they go to it, I save and load, and they go to it. I turn it off, they stop. Yeah, great. All right, so who knows what broke that a long time ago, because I'm pretty sure we tested that. Maybe we never did. But we actually simplified the code. So, yeah, nice. Fix lever bugs. If it was saved in the off position, it would still appear to be on when loading. And the other bug was in challenge mode with the farming. Oh, no, not even in challenge mode. As soon as extractor training was unlocked, whether in challenge mode or regular mode, it would make the clicky sound for toggling the lever. Okay. Lower Mushy's taunt rate. Yeah, let's do that really fast. What's that called? Poison Mind. Extra chance to be hit is 50%. I think this is just too much. I think it turns a character into a tank, and they're not supposed to be a tank. I'm going to just lower this by 15%. The other thing I'm going to do is reword this, because there was another problem with that, which is that it was confusing. Poison Mind. It's probably not obvious that it works like a taunt. It sounds like it reduces the dodge chance or something. All right, so how can we frame this? How can we... Poisons the mind of all enemies. That part's fine. I like the flavor text. Increasing the chance to be hit by attacks. So I don't like that part. Causing enemies to attack mushroom name chance more often. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. Let's now read it in the game and see if it flows well. Whoops. Poisons the minds of all enemies, causing the enemies... I don't need to write enemies twice. I guess I could say causing them to attack Mushy 35% more often. Is that even how that works? This is incredibly specific phrasing that I would need. So let's say you have 4 adventurers. Any of them would get hit 25% of the time. but then if Mushy is in the party, there's a 35% chance that it gets targeted, and then a 25% chance if that fails that it gets targeted. So it's not totally accurate to write it like this. I don't know what to say for this. What do we say for taunt? Taunt says taunts all enemies, forcing them to attack. But that's 100%. So what if taunt said 35% chance? Taunts all enemies, forcing them to attack the warrior 35% of the time? An extra 35% of the time? I think this is fine. I think it's good enough. I think it's at least clearer. Change poison mind. Lowered the taunt amount from 50% to 35% and reworded it to make it clearer that it doesn't have to do with dodging. Yeah, that's it. Should we just put in the... Okay, I want to check this out. Hang on a second. Engage privacy mode. Whoops. Give me a sec. Let me set something up really fast. Audio MIDI setup. Okay. Does this work? How do I do this? There's this buzzing sound, which you all can't hear, which is a good thing. But I need to change this to an aggregate device, and it doesn't even show up here. How do I do this? How do I do this? I wrote a note about this somewhere. FL Studio. Open this, add an aggregate device, choose the output you want. Go to options, audio settings, make sure your OS uses the speakers, which they should be set to. It is. Why is this not working then? Drift correction. Do I need to restart FL Studio for this? Yeah, I don't see aggregate device there. Maybe I do need to restart. I wanted to see, is the last audio track good enough that I can just put it in the game? Because I wanted to fix up some parts of it, but I want to have a listen again because it's been a long time. I haven't listened on these speakers in a long time either. Does this show up now? Yeah, there. Test, test, test. Is that working? Yeah. Well, at least it looks like it. Yeah, good to go. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Be nice if it included the basic stat bonus, like plus 35% taunt. I mean, if you're not even going to read them, I don't think including the stat bonuses is going to matter. And I know you're saying it for potentially somebody else, but I'll just have the somebody else who's confused probably give that feedback. And I don't say that to be mean. I just mean if I'd rather get actual feedback than sort of hypothetical feedback. Okay, so now I got to play something and make sure that you can still hear this stuff too. So let's just launch the game and you should hear sounds. Yeah, you can hear that, right? I hope you can hear that. Yeah, you can. Okay, and then let's try and see if you can hear something from here. So if I just do this and make some... There. It's just 3 bass drum sounds. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I wanted to see if we can add in this new music track because it is driving me nuts that we don't have it in the game. Can we add the new music track even if it hasn't been polished? Did I finish writing these notes? No, I did not. Let's go write that down. Make sure you're choosing, I guess, if multiple entries show in audio device, make sure you choose the one with greater than 0 out, with a number greater than 0 in the out column. Okay. All right, so where's the new town track? Here. Don't save changes. I don't need that. I want to see if this sounds ready enough to be just included into the game. And then, yeah, we can just try including it. So I'm going to mute myself and let's have a listen here. Okay, I messed something up. Hang on a second. I meant to click this there. That's all I want. I think it needs to be polished, but it's not bad. I am making a mistake if I do this because I'm probably not going to come back and polish this if I don't do that first. I mean, we can update it. I probably will come back to this. I might have a little bit of extra time. I don't want to do it right now that I come back and polish it. Yeah, I should hold off on this. Other people aren't as annoyed by as I am by having only 3 tracks in the game. Yeah, I want to look into this a little bit. Maybe consider working on the 4th town track in the evening. I just have a little bit to polish. Okay. Well, let's add this idle observations. Anything remaining here? I mean, these can be moved to the observations as well. UI should tell you how many of each perk you have. I think that would be nice. I don't think that's necessary. So I think we can just add it to a polish section at some point. But yeah, imagine that. Imagine that when you go to pick a perk, it says something like the number of perks you've unlocked so far. I think there's a lot more information we can put in here. Maybe we even just show it here. So instead of buy perk 15 gold, we put right beneath it in small text like you have already unlocked X of these things. I'll put it in the polish section though, because it's definitely not that important. Yeah. Could show below the buy perk button. E.g. you have 5/10 adventurers. Or you have 42 town perks. Okay. Toward the end of the game, you probably turn this off. Yeah. Make the farm drop zone bigger. I mean, I'm gonna just bump these things down here. I know we're just kicking the can down the road. This is something that should be done, but this should probably just be done in the polish stuff. Like, I want to get feedback on the mode itself. And I think in order to do that, we just need to launch it. And I wonder if we should just launch it today. Yeah, the treasure room sucks. I think it would take a lot of perks to make it better. Although, actually, I was complaining about the power of my characters in that other run that I did. Maybe that's how I would have solved that. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Huh. Just written down. Oh, there it was. The treasure room sort of addresses this by distributing loot randomly unless you have a perk. Yeah. In fact, I do kind of wonder what it'd be like to have a treasure room specialization where you start and it's just like pumping out stats for your characters, but it's probably very powerful. After filling it, all chests automatically open with 5 random keys applied. When you say filling it, you mean just purchasing all the chests? So you're basically just spending money to get the upgrades? Because I think it would do a couple things. Although one is very easy to address. But yeah, one problem would be that you would need a ton of workers or a large warehouse to handle that much loot coming out. Oops. Coming out of the chest. But that's pretty easy to address. I think the other issue, though, is you're essentially buying power. And normally that's how the treasure room works. But there are more steps. And it makes me wonder, should we just make everything a little bit cheaper for that? I'm not sure. I was debating too, is there just not enough depth in Skeleseller to add lots of little perks? Or is something else missing? Like, I think we need random events. Even then, I don't know what they would be such that they would be interesting. And all of this is undercut by we just haven't playtested the game yet. So who knows? People might be like, yeah, it's working great. Stop worrying. To the point where I kind of want to just release it today. But there were some other changes I wanted to make too. I guess we should just release it today. Yeah. Because who cares? So what if there's like rough edges? I mentioned right on the first page there are rough edges. So if they're slightly rougher, yeah, expect rough edges and poor balance. Yeah. I think this is probably fine. I think we can release this. All right, well, what did I have on my release list here? Really merge PRs, get rid of memory leaks. Yeah, I'm just not going to do that right now. Maybe recruit some more playtesters. Will dungeons be in the future plans? Could be another version of elite fights. I think dungeons is a generic enough term where you'd have to clarify what you mean. If you mean like I don't know, some people have asked for like, what if you could have more than 4 adventurers? What if you have more than 3 waves? What if there was some like infinite battle? What if there was a concept of like sending adventurers on a time-based mission and not seeing the fight? I'm not sure what you mean. None of these are planned for right now, though. But maybe there's some other definition of this you had in mind, in which case maybe it is planned or maybe it's already done. All right, what do we need to do for this? Okay, recruit more playtesters. So if anyone does want to help playtest, there's the document on how you can join if you want to. You certainly don't have to. It's not like a paid thing or anything. In fact, it started because a bunch of people were like, could I play the next version without it having been launched yet? So I recognize that it's sort of mutually beneficial, but also that I'm not expecting a lot out of playtesters other than just like, are you having fun? Multiple waves of the boss at the end gives me dungeon vibes. This? I see. I don't think that really fits in the philosophy for the main game, because I want boss fights to be something that you have a bit of a challenge to and that you try to figure out that challenge so you can move past it. And if there's a bunch of enemies leading up to it, then unless we consider that to be an inherent part of the challenge, it's going to delay how long it takes you to get back into testing things out. So as an example from other games, Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door, the final boss, at least in the original game, had some like 5-minute cutscene before it. So every time you were like, oh, let me try out a new build, at least I'm pretty sure this is how it worked. I don't know if you could skip that, but it was like you had to wait 5 minutes before testing your changes out. So if you were pretty certain you had a build that worked, but it only had like a 50% success rate, then you just had a 50% chance of waiting another 5 minutes at the beginning. And I kind of look at a dungeon as being that same thing. It's like regular enemies or regular-ish enemies and then a boss. So it's like this takes X time and then this takes Y time. So testing the boss has X time there every single time when it should just have the Y time that's there. So that's my reason for, I don't think it fits for the regular game. For challenge mode, it could potentially work, but I think you'd have the same problem and now you'd be even more constrained on time. All right, I'll just put a minus here. So we got to get the question, see if this is engaging without any polish. What obvious things stand out as being wrong? Okay, yeah. So I guess let's go and publish this. Which means merging this branch, I suppose. So we've probably changed like 1 million files here. Yeah, 264 files changed. And 133 commits. Oh man. All right, let's collapse all of these. GitHub doesn't even want to comply. It's like super lagging right now. And the button icon just went away. Weird. It didn't do anything. There, now it worked. Okay, so let's go down to some random C# files and open them and see what happened. This is so laggy. My goodness. This is pointless. I shouldn't look at this through here. There are a lot of abilities that got changed. We added perks in and stuff. Even things like map marker changed. Why? Oh, I see. Okay, we changed formatting things. All right, I did make some sweeping changes here. I guess most of this should be limited to challenge mode. Like, what does this say? Yeah, it's just a formatting function. So a ton of those changed in a small way, huh? Yep, just format this differently. Okay. Let's merge this. Add challenge mode. This is most of what I have from phase 1 in this document. Well, phase 1's going to be deleted probably. But this document can be fine. It's definitely rough around the edges. But I think it's time that we get feedback from playtesters. Merge. I'm not gonna look through all this code again. I already reviewed all the individual commits, and this is kind of like a intentional test around this stuff. All right, so now we're on main, and now I got to go figure out how to run the release. Make sure you're on main, set this to true, open VS Code, click this, and click release. Done. Did I click the play button? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's it. So, what do you want to release? Playtest. What version do you want it to be? 0.85. Actually, 0.9 probably. Right? It's got challenge mode in it. Yeah, let's do that. Man. All right, this is going to take like a minute and a half. That's fine. There's no speeding this up. It's just running a bunch of build commands. So this will push this out to all of the playtesters. I'll write some like news stuff about this. I don't know what else changed other than challenge mode. I probably did something in those 133 commits. I mean, if we just go to main and we look at the last commits here. What was the last version I pushed? I don't even know how to figure that out. Tags. 0.84 playtest. So we have to go find where that is. Clarify release instructions. So it was nothing. So then this is going to be the newest thing. And it's just add challenge mode. And if we do look through the commits that are here, can you copy this easily? I guess I can just scroll forever. There we go. All right, anything super apparent here? It's all going to be challenge mode stuff. I'm just going to skim to like random parts of this. Yeah, perks for challenge mode, rebalance some stuff, mostly probably for challenge mode. We did add one perk to the base game. Fix bug in regular mode. Oh. Yeah, sure. That's fine. All right, how is this thing doing? Do you want to upload to Steam? Yes. It's done, I guess. Itch uploads are only available for the demo flavor. Okay, so go to this. How do we copy this? Copy. And put the build on default. Done. Oh, wait. Challenge mode 090. Set live. Let me find this. Steam. Confirmations. Confirm app build. Okay. All right, done. It's on Steam now. All right, now what? Post announcements, post on Steam, blah, blah, blah. Post on news. Okay, let's do that. So playtest news. Let's edit this, copy this. 090 playtest launched on, we need the current date. Hammer time. And what is it? A capital D. So I want this one. Okay, major changes. Added challenge mode. I want to take a picture of this. Read this. I'll just write that in Discord. Yeah. Please read the highlighted text. Please read the text on the title screen. I guess access it through the title screen. Is it going to automatically start like that? I should probably test this version before I do this. I didn't really think about that, did I? So access it through the title screen. Please read the text that shows up after you click challenge mode. I put a screenshot of it here. And what to focus on. Play challenge mode and let me know if you find it fun. There's no logging in it yet, so you'll need to self-report how many runs you did, which specializations you liked, etc. Okay, let's post that and that. Okay, what to focus on. Play challenge mode and let me know if you find it fun. There's no logging in yet, so you need to self-report how many runs you did, which specializations you liked, etc. Okay. There we have it. Let's go try it on Steam. Engage privacy mode. Yeah. I'm just doing this while I launch Steam so that my friends list doesn't show. Where's the friends list? Doesn't it normally come up? Okay, cool. We're fine. All right, so here we are in Steam, and I can see this right here. Update required for the playtest. So I click update. I don't think it's going to even let me play this. No, I have play here. Does it work? It does. Okay, yeah, everything looks fine. We're on 090 playtest. What happens if we enter challenge mode? Does it work? Oh, darn it. That's not good. It should not be entering the cutscene when you do this. All right, well, that's we'll just fix that later. Yeah, that's kind of a shame. At least you can press escape and skip through it, but we definitely need to address that. Make a new branch before doing anything else. And write a note to merge it. The cutscene shows every time you enter challenge mode. We need to stop that from happening. Okay, well, anyway, it's available to playtesters now, so they can try this out. I think I'm going to do one more run and just write down any other observations and then probably call it. Yeah. Let's close out of these things. Oh, wait, whoops. This is not the thing I meant to run. I meant to run the game, not the release tool. Yeah, this is why you test what you build. Oh, well. Okay, so let's start a new run. I'm gonna pick Chaos here. So right off the bat, we get a whole bunch of perks. Expanded warehouse. Level 2 max customers is pretty crazy. Hardworking adventurers is pretty crazy. Yeah, there's quite a lot that sounds like it's good there. We started with the cleric again, which I am not a fan of. But let's send them into battle. Send them into battle. So I could go for my first building already. And we have a lot of perks that could help for that. Yeah, man, a lot of this stuff is nice. I think an adventurer is good though. Let's go for that first. Starting with 10 perks is pretty nice. Like, look at how many customers there are. Let's get this. Do the first quest. No one's buying any weapons. Nice. I lost a weapon. Well, we've almost made our first 50 gold. Or wait, no, our first 25 gold. Alright, we got it. We have another adventurer now. Get the rogue. Send them into the forest. Yeah, the next thing I'll get will be my first building. They're just dumping the potions in here because they're getting them faster than I can grab them. Wow. Alright, well, we almost have enough for the first building. Put that over there. We need one sale. Maybe they'll get it? Yep, nice. Alright, so first building. Let's go for the garbage slime. We already had 2 perks for them. What are those 2 perks? Food critic, so they'll critically eat, and garbage time, which doesn't really count, I guess. Oh, that person wants a bow. You have a bow? Get another worker. Nice. Should I even go for... I'll go for a perk, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Make them move faster. Okay, this run is off to a better start than the last one so far. Yeah. I want to get the next adventure at 75 and then move on. I do think some events to offer town perks would be nice. Yeah, I don't need all this loot. There, nice. We got it. All right, hire a new adventurer. Let's go for the mage. Let's ditch all of these and send them into here. Done. Nice, they're buying stuff. Yeah, they're gonna win that battle. I don't have any way for them to power up though. So we gotta get that. I just need some town perks actually. Oh, clear rocks will be good once I actually get the farm. But I need to spend 50 gold. Yeah, so now we're in this little bit of a limbo. I think we should change how you get new adventurers. I'm not actually sure. Things aren't perfectly balanced yet, but there is at least some semblance of balance. It just does feel like the beginning of the runs are pretty similar. I can almost afford the next building. And we have no space for anything right now. Yeah, and unfortunately, they're just ditching items because of the garbage time perk. All right, there we go. We got enough for a building. Let's get... Oh, man, we have 3 perks for the enchanters then. It just doesn't help us level up our adventurers. Although, maybe we don't need to. You know what? I'm going to get this anyway. Let's just try it. Let's try it as a run and just see what happens. Probably a dumb idea. I need way more customers. I'm going to get this. We can start to dump those in there. And we need more item slots in our shops. But I'm going to go mostly for... I guess we need to upgrade the town first. I need things to sell. Oh, this is not going to help me sell things. That will kind of. But only kind of. Yeah, I need another town perk. What I need is more customers. Make them move faster. How much mana do I have? 700? Okay. Ditch some of these in here. Sell one of those. Okay, we can get another perk. Alright, I have intentionally not gotten the farm to see if this is a good strategy. It seems that so far it is not a good strategy. If we had more customers, I think it'd be fine. But we don't. And I'm not getting money fast enough now because I did not opt for the farm to be able to power up my adventurers. But I do want to try slightly different things here and there, so this is a different thing. I think we need the garbage time to get hungrier faster. This is pretty decent. Let's get that. Yeah. Alternatively, maybe I should just be feeding these like cheapo things here anyway. Some money is better than no money. Yeah, I got 3 gold. We're gonna get another like 2 gold from that. 4 gold, okay. It's not bad. Something. We can afford 1 more. Yeah, let's get more mana. It's the closest thing that's gonna actually give us money, right? Make customers move faster. We're not limited on loot. If we were, I'd send my adventurers into just the forest, I guess. And we'd have a ton of loot. Actually, maybe that's a play. Let's try that. Let's send them all into the forest and just get way more than enough stuff and try selling it all for 1 gold. I think it's going to be a stupid strategy. But I want to try it anyway. Alright, so now we'll have 1,000,000 items coming out of here. There's no way we're going to be able to sell them all. So let's just dump them into here. And make whatever money we can off of cheapo stuff. We should probably build something else at this point. Yeah, let's get the farm. Can I afford anything else? Nope. Actually, let's go down here. We gotta level up our adventurers. Thankfully, we got the farm upgrades. So this farm on its own is already worth probably like 20 wisdom sludge. That's a couple of perks. Yeah. I don't think I even need to get another adventurer yet. Okay, that's pretty good. That's also really good. Let's get that. Let's get another customer. Let's make the customers move faster. Gonna be running into town. Yeah, so just ditch all of these. Probably not a good strategy. Yeah, probably not. And there's our first couple of level ups. Let's choose them. Going for the rogue. Just not even gonna read. Just getting the rogue stuff. Who cares? So now we're getting way more items than we need. Well, I guess we already were. Selling better items would be a better idea. Let's switch them all over to there. Can they beat the jungle? If they could beat the jungle, that'd be pretty interesting. I don't think they can. The only person who's leveled up has been the rogue. It's not like they're super powerful or anything. They're just slightly better than the other adventurers. In fact, if they can beat the jungle, that might be a problem in itself. Because I feel like this means you can advance to the jungle faster than you should be able to. Although it has been 10 minutes. Yeah, they're going to win. Yeah, they're going to win. Alright, so let's get another little loot explosion over here. Yep, nice. Tons of items. Let's put those over there, those over there. We got a boot. Put that there. Put this. Nice. Nice indeed. Okay, now we're getting some money. Customer speed, yeah. Get another one of these. Shiny loot, that's really good. Yeah, so it's about 10 minutes into the run where I feel like, okay, things are starting to come together. And maybe it's just because there are more items and more momentum. We got almost nothing from that one. Uh-oh. I should get another adventurer then. That way we can fill in with the rest of the loot. How much to afford the next one? 20? Is that enough? That is enough. Oh man. All of this stuff is pretty good. I think I'm gonna go with the mage one. And then we're gonna hire another adventurer when we can. Put that there. Sell one of those. Oh, we're at adventure hiring time. Let's go with a spirit caller. And then just send them into the forest on their own. How much longer on this spell? 5 seconds. It's not enough for any battle to finish. But it was close. They needed like 4 more seconds. Oh well. I could really use the warehouse. Yeah. 100 gold to build another building. And then we're guaranteed the warehouse, I think? No, treasure room, fishing pond, warehouse. We have 3 buildings we haven't gotten, so we're not guaranteed any of them because you only get 2 choices. I'll get another adventurer. It's 150. I think it's a wise decision. Actually, I'll get this too. This in here. Okay, okay. This is working. Yeah, this is working. We're getting somewhere. All of these are pretty bad. This one's not too bad. These are gonna go away. Yeah, I need the warehouse. Let's build warehouse. Nice. And we already had a perk, so we basically just fill this whole thing up. So now what do we need? We need more customers. Oh, that was lucky. We just got 2 more. And we probably need to level up the adventurers some more. Well, I just want to get more adventurers. Yeah. Okay, getting a lot of items. No real need for all these armors that we're finding, though. I don't have any of these adventurers. So as far as I'm concerned, all of these are bad. Let's take the warrior one. Maybe we'll get off of the warrior next. Make customers move faster. Let's hire an adventurer. We got the warrior. Okay. Let's send both of these into the volcano. They probably can't make it there. Hang on 1 second. I just got a delivery. Okay, there's a lot of activity in the town now. Things are a-moving. Let's go for this one. I'm gonna go max money. I'm gonna hire another adventurer. I need this one here now. Are they losing this fight? I did not pay attention. They are. Oh no. We need them to power up a little bit. I need the tiniest amount of sludge. Alright, so Spirit Caller or Warrior? No, neither was offered. Alright, well, let's change up the party a little bit. Let's put the 3 of you into the fight in the volcano. And the 3 of you into the fight in the jungle. These ones will definitely win. I don't think there's a problem there. But I don't know about the other fight. Got 40 gold. Yeah, let's hire another adventurer. Yeah, now I'll add these. I'll add the new adventurer in. These look like they're winning. Yeah, they are. But I think they'll do even better with a witch doctor alongside them. Okay. You gotta get rid of all these items. It is interesting seeing this come together. The game, I mean. Like, I've spent a lot of time just getting to this point. And it is fun to play through it. Better than working on it sometimes. But yeah, I do wonder how other people will engage with this. Oh, that's pretty nice. I'm going to take that one. That way we can sell these things much quicker. Oh, they want a dagger. And we've got daggers. Yeah, we're getting some decent money. I kind of want to hire another adventurer. No, we need customers. Yeah, we need customers. Even choosing which items to ditch or to put in the extractor is kind of interesting. There's at least some decision to be made there. Alright, we have a lot of money. Customers, oh my god, we're at max. That's very lucky. Yeah, this stuff is all pretty lucky. This is a lucky run. Okay, we're no longer earning regular bows. I kind of want to try out the treasure room, but I just don't think it's very good. And do we have any perks for it? It would look like an apple core if we did. No, we don't. Yeah, we don't. So I don't have any perks for the treasure room. Get rid of those, get rid of that. Okay, can these go fight in a different location? Let's turn them all off for a little bit. They're all going to just stock the town. Let's make customers move faster. Let's also get a new adventurer. Sure, this one, doesn't matter. And then I'm going to send 2 of them into the canyon. And then a stronger party maybe into here. I don't have a stronger party. These definitely can't do it. Alright, well, let's hope that they win. And then we're feeding this item immediately into the garbage slime. 140 gold, good. Now send the strongest party we have into here. So that one and that one. If they can win, that'd be fantastic. Let's level them up right before we get them there. Oh, actually, we level up again. Okay, wait, stop the battle and restart it. Okay, I got 2 more levels in that time. And then we'll send the remaining guys, the rejects, over to this, where I think they will die. And we need loot. Let's prioritize that. We also made customers move faster. Alright, we're getting some money. Okay, are they winning? Oh my god, they're like barely losing. No, that's not good. And I don't think this team's doing any better. All right, let's send them back a level for now. I think with 1 more level up, they could probably do it. These guys are dying too. All right, just flee the battle. All right, let's send them back for a little bit. Hopefully get some loot, because we are at 0 right now. The town is ground to a halt. They can handle this stuff at least. But yeah, this person wants a boot. We're just going to dump everything in the shops immediately. There. We don't have a cloak, but we do have boots. So if I put this over here, this person will hopefully go get it. No. No. Oops. Oops. I messed it up. Yes, we got it. Nice. 13 gold tip. Alright, sell another bunch of that stuff. Alright, so all we need to do is get a little bit more sludge for this, which none of this stuff is going to help for that. Let's get selective loot. Yeah, let's work toward the treasure room and see if that can help at all. I don't think it will. I think it's not balanced correctly. It's either too powerful or it's terrible. Yeah, we have a decent number of workers now. Oh, hey, a cloak. You can actually buy that. Nice. All right. Yeah. Getting some decent money. All right, let's get the treasure room. And let's go start grinding up some weapons. My favorite Skeleseller song. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to hear which ones people like. I hope people like the 4th one that I'm working on. Oh man, more mana. I mean, we started with the enchanter build, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, so I want these things to go over there. I need more weapons, and we're not getting weapons, really. The farm filled? No. Do we have any keys? We don't even have any keys. And buying a treasure chest on its own is not worth it. Almost to the point where I wonder if they should start with some loot inside of them. Otherwise, it's kind of a useless purchase. I'm getting too much loot now. Yeah, too much. Can't handle it all. Definitely can't handle it all. Hey, we got 1 key. Nice. Let's see if we can get a treasure perk. Let's go with the expanded armor shop. I think it's worthwhile. If someone wants a dagger, we'll just turn this off. We'll make customers move faster too. There are all the daggers you could ever want. Yeah, nice. Sell some of those. Okay. There's like micromanagement and macro management here. Kind of interesting. Can we get any? Oh, that's pretty good. That's also pretty good. Okay, innate keys. There it is. So now if I buy a treasure chest, it's going to act like it has 1 key in it. And I can even choose who the treasure chest is for. So how about we like superpower our rogue? And now I just need that to... Does it remember that? It does. Yeah. Okay. And then we need to do this. Yep, level up our rogue. That's incredibly good. So we can afford 1 treasure chest now. But we only have a single... Oh, we have 2 keys. And we need 4. So let's go try to find the next location, which they can hopefully take on. Anything good here? Yeah, customer speed. And then on that note, let's make them move faster. Oh, and we got worker speed. Nice. And I can do this. Ooh, okay, yeah. This is pretty cool. Right at the like 20-minute remaining mark is when I feel like there's just so much open to you. Alright, let's go sell all of those things. Turn this thing back on. Alright, we can get our first treasure chest. I'm hoping they should win this. Yeah, they're winning this. Nice. We got a ton of loot. Not many bows, though. We got 1. We don't have 4 keys yet, either. I need keys to be easier to get, I guess. And now we have too many potions. Probably should get the fishing pond. Almost a completely different game. I know, it is, but I think it's good. Oh, man. This is... I'm going to take auto casting. I just have so much mana. And then let's make it... I need... You know what I need? I need another worker. We could just hire a worker, basically. Yeah, there. Just there. Worker. Done. And then let's get ourselves Stocking Frenzy, because we have more items than we need. Okay. So now we should have enough for... We don't have enough for another key yet? What is going on? Also, they're, like, not always winning, I guess. They need a tiny bit more of a boost, which we can give them right now. Yeah, rogue there. Okay, good. So now let's get the rogue treasure chest. It's 150 and I just spent my money. No problem. Okay, you ready for this? Blam, blam, blam. We need 1 more key. Hey, everyday programmer. How do you type without looking? I type by looking at the keyboard. Any tips? It's just practice without looking at your keyboard. Learn the finger map that you need for whatever keyboard layout you're on. And then, yeah, just keep testing. You will get better by doing it. Okay, so we got 9 cloaks and 9 fire rods. So now watch this. They're going to spew over to here. We're going to send this to the guild. And this will like super level up our rogue. There. So now how much did we get from that? We got 6 power and 60 health for 2 different characters. So these 2 should be able to go to the next location. Actually, this is kind of an interesting way to make the treasure room work. It's like you got to just stock up and plan. It's not just a fire and forget kind of thing. But yeah, let's see if they can tackle the next location now. Because that's also money that I'm not going to see. Holy cow. That. Okay, let's try sending them here. Can they win? I should probably sell some of these things, huh? I don't think they can just yet. But they're close. Maybe they will. No, probably not. Oh, and it's so close. It's just a mage versus that skeleton. They did it. Wow. Menu colors don't match the game feeling. Are they placeholders? These menus are going to change, yeah. Also, welcome in, Maxim. Whew. Okay, we got a ton of loot. Let's use the loot. Oh man, I'm like behind on everything. Let's go with cloning. Oh no, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. Drat. Okay, let's harvest this. We actually need a farm upgrade too. Get a couple of those in there. Good. Just ditch all of these things. I wonder, I guess treasure chests actually aren't as bad as I thought they would be. Why are you not getting that? Yeah, good. Nice. Oh, they lost. Okay, they need to be upgraded. Let's get an upgrade for you. That might be enough for you to win. And we only have 2 keys. I'm actually low on loot. I guess because we were using that spell. Yeah, there's a bunch of money at least. Do we have enough for... No, we don't. Any treasure chest stuff? No. Oh, man. Are they going to win this time? Yeah, they are. Oh, definitely. Yeah, nice. And there's my ton of loot that I get now. Alright, let's just grind all those up. Good. Oh, a skeleton key. Alright, so check this out. We buy this chest and we put in a skeleton key. And we get a lot of items out of this. Yeah. So now let's send all that to the guild. Which will power up that party even more. Which they're struggling, so they need it. Oh, the key storage is full, so we can get another treasure chest for the rogue. I'm going to make them super powerful. Nice. Yeah, this might make them so powerful that they're at a level they shouldn't be. Yeah, there is a lot to focus on in the game now. Wow. Yeah, I'm not keeping up with everything. And that's even having all these workers and everything else. Alright. What level is the rogue at now? They're at plus 20 power from that. They should be winning this fight pretty quickly. I need some more keys still. We're not selling half the things. When there's like 10 minutes left, I can just cruise to 100%. I think we're like easily going to win this. So yeah, chaos mode's pretty easy. Crops can rot, fish can die. We could do that, but there's a lot to focus on already. Like, I don't know if you can see all the stuff that I'm trying to do and click here. They're winning in 23 seconds. Yeah, so as I add more of these. Oh, and I'm not even keeping up on spending stuff. Let's get that, and that one. Upgrade for them. Yeah, nice. Okay, we're almost at the maximum number of keys that we need. Let's turn that on permanently now. Yep. Almost at the amount. So let's buy another chest for the rogue. Actually, getting more chests is not helpful. I gotta write that down as an observation. Can we get another key? I just need some loot. Give me the loot. Oh god, 41 seconds. Loot. There we go. That's not the key I wanted, but we got it anyway. So now we get 12 items out of this. In fact, let's just turn these off for a second. They'll go act as workers now. Yeah. I don't even have some of those characters. Yeah, I gotta write that down as an observation. Let's go mark that down. Getting more treasure chests is basically never a good plan. You only ever need one. Yeah, so we should probably change that. Or getting more concurrent treasure chests is what I mean. Yeah. Okay, so we are at this. If I just turn this off and then send some of this stuff in, yeah, get rid of this. Oh my god, so many things. Are my workers like stuck somewhere? No, they're not. My goodness. Okay, I want to get one more treasure chest. These are winning now, maybe a little bit faster, but they still don't look like they're great. Okay, never mind. That's going to make them crazy. That'll only take place in the next battle, though. So they're winning in 19 seconds. I bet the next one's going to go a lot faster. And we can buy even another treasure chest now. And level them up one more time. And this will level up the warrior, too. We could probably send these to, like, this location. We need just this thing to be on. Yeah, we're getting too much loot now. And I don't have nearly enough spaces in my shops. We're about to win. We would have actually beaten hard mode. And the treasure room did help. Good sound effects for chest opening. Yeah, I like it a lot. Oh my god, look at how much stuff is dropping. Alright, something needs to change here. They're dying, so just flee. Have them act as workers. Can we... Oh, we have a ton of money for town perks. Okay, let's get that. Let's get that. That. This one. The innate keys one is actually really tempting. I'll get it, but it's... Oh, I won. Ooh. And we won in just under 35 minutes, which is what hard mode would have been at. Difficulty 1, specialization chaos. Town perks set 54. All right, that was interesting. That was definitely interesting. Wow. Yeah, cool. All right, I think this is fun. I think there's some room for improvement, but it's exciting. There are some differences in between the different runs, but there aren't that many yet, and I think we can bring those out. We have a lot of polish to do, a lot of other feature work to do on this. It does kind of make me want to just keep playing because, like, I grew accustomed to this town. I think there should... Yeah, I think we just need to come up with, like, 10 more perks or something. Since there is no way to save, maybe I'm remembering wrong. Runs could be a little too long. Yeah, no, definitely. And saving is something that's planned, but for now, it's just written save files don't work, so a lot 30 to 45 minutes. I don't think that 30 to 40 minutes is too long for the average roguelike game. I did a bunch of research on this stuff, and we looked up, like, what about Rogue Legacy, Binding of Isaac, Slay the Spire, Enter the Gungeon, really any of these kinds of games. Like, what is the average run length when you win? And almost all of them are in the 30 to 60 minute range. Now, when you lose, it could be different. Some games you can only lose by waiting on a timer, like Vampire Survivors. So you can't lose faster than like 30 minutes, let's say. But other games you can definitely lose pretty quickly. You can just walk into your first enemy and die. So the average losing run length lowers the average length by quite a lot. So maybe you're only spending about 15 minutes per run. But But you do kind of need to plan in those games. Oh, hey, I'm going to start a new run and I hope that I'm going to win. So I should probably give myself 30 minutes or something. Anyway, none of that matters because we're going to add in save files for this. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah. So if anyone thinks that looks fun and wants to test it out and see if it is fun, please do join the playtest version of this. Hey, Warner. I'm doing pretty well. Every time I've tried challenge runs, it's been fun. And I've noted a bunch of things down. So yeah, I have a lot of work to do. I'm going to not stream this afternoon. I don't tend to stream Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. So I will, oh, you know what I should do is write in the journal. Yeah, but I'm going to do a bunch of other work. Probably some coding, definitely some marketing. Released challenge mode to playtesters. I think it's decently fun so far and will hopefully only improve. Whew. Okay, so that is done. Yeah, whatever coding work I can do, I think would be nice. Okay, let me go find someone to raid. I saw Janet was online the other day. Like I said, she raided me a while ago and I wanted to raid her back, but I don't see her online now. Oh, hey, Tim's... Oh, well, Tim's been online for 9 hours. You know what? Let's raid Tim anyway. I never get to raid Tim. He's playing a game, though. Raid and Tim. So thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want to play test, there's the document on how you can do so. I will be back tomorrow. It should be a full day, but I might be super burned out from all the stuff I'm doing today because there's quite a lot on the schedule. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.